Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
Hey there, everybody. What are you doing, Chris? Get up here.
Hey, I'm here.
Were you hiding?
No.
How are you, my friend?
I am wonderful. How are you, Dom?
I am doing just hunky-dory.
Nice.
Yes,
nice,
sir.
nice.
What's been going on today?
Work.
What else is new, right?
Yeah, you go out of town on vacation and then you come back and go, oh, God.
I know. I was going on protest this week at work. The AC system sucks, man.
Oh,
First, the owner keeps it at like 74. I'm like, come on. So I was like, if it hits 76, I'm out of here. And so yesterday and today, around 2 o'clock, it hit 76. I'm like, phew, I'm going to work from home.
see ya. Yeah.
Call me if you need me.
Yeah, it got, it rained and rained and rained and rained. And then it rained through the July 4th while we were out of
did
town.
it?
And then that's it. And now it's hot
Okay.
as hell and no rain in sight. So,
Yeah, it can never really make up its mind, can it?
no, it's just out here in the West. It's either
Oh.
on fire.
Stop what you're saying, Chris. We have very important things to talk about. What kind of guitar did you get, Crow on a Wire?
Oh, yeah, we got to know, man.
You can't just put that out there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Details.
Details.
Got to have details.
What's up, Lord? Spike Protein? Crow on a Wire got a new old guitar, so we're trying to find out some more about it.
Yeah, we got to know because we love it.
Did you get any more shipping notices on yours, Chris?
Yes,
A
it
telly.
is.
Oh.
Nice. What year? What style?
I don't love tellies very much, but if I ever got one, it would have to be the butterscotch.
Yeah, those are cool. I'm a Telly fan. I've got a couple of them. I like them, but yeah, they're not for everybody.
No, I mean they have a very distinctive sound.
Yes.
And even though I've heard USA Ash Telecaster.
Nice.
So ash is the color. Is it what level is it? They have I forget the 3 levels of
Okay, 60th
Fenders.
anniversary. There we go. 206, 60th anniversary.
there's a
That, if it's set up properly, should be a really nice guitar.
yes. I was just playing this is a 20 I forget what year, American Professional Fender Strat.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's tough. They're really tough. You have to know how to really use those knobs, man. I've always noticed that when I watch
Yes.
people playing a single coil instrument like Rick Romanelli, I'm always watching their hands are always at the selector or the tone and volume, constant little movements, almost like it's other parts of the strings, I'm used to a double humbucker and just turn them all the way up and
Yeah.
go,
Yeah, I kind of have the same approach even on my single coil was like, I like this setting for this song. I'm not going to screw with it.
Right. Now he's talking. What is this nitro finish? I've heard people talking about that before. It has a distinctive smell. Is it like just a new coating they put over the guitar? Have you heard about it, Chris?
Yeah, it's a different, as opposed to lacquer. You got this,
Okay.
or the old cellulose finish. So it's it's a little different finish. It's supposedly a little more durable. Some people say that there's a difference in tone between this and the lacquer finish.
I think no, that's ridiculous. What makes the difference? Not what's on. It's what resonates from inside the guitar. Nothing comes out of the wood.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to change
I
anything.
think that's a bit much, but
What is the reason for the change? Is like lacquer just not well, obviously
yeah,
it's not
that's no, it's
environmentally friendly.
it's exactly right. That's why you can't use
So they
those.
make a bunch of nitro finish guitars and then truck them across the country with plumes of smoke. Well, that's good. Congratulations, Crow and Wire.
There's nothing better than getting a new axe, man.
That's true.
One that you really wanted. I did. We can talk about our time off. Part of the time, I spent out in the wilderness and just wandering around, looking at bears and mooses and all that kind of stuff. But when we got to my dad's place in Bozeman, there is a music store in Bozeman, Montana that kicks ass. They must have 500 guitars just ready to play. All
Okay.
acoustics, electrics, and they're all set up right. I mean, it ain't like Guitar Center with those bozos.
Right.
These are pros, and they know how to set them up, and you can pick any guitar off the shelf. It's going to be in tune or very close to tune. It's set up right, and so you can really judge what you're getting. And, I bought 2 guitars from them over the years, and
Hey, what's up,
it's
Gospel Ranchems? I'm sorry I got to your show right at the end. I was packing my kids are going away tomorrow, so I got to. He's been coming here a lot, so I went to go check out. He has before us. I was hoping while I was waiting for your sorry ass, I can go because he does an open mic night on Thursdays. I guess 8 to 10 or something like, or 9 or whatever.
Nice.
But I totally missed it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry,
check it out.
I rudely interrupted you, Chris.
That's all right. Well, we got to say hi to all our friends in the chat. I got no problem with that. Again,
Okay,
we're
you say hi.
So,
gonna
hi,
sit like this.
Gospel. Damn it. But I love going to that music store. And of course, my oldest son drove over from Spokane. And so I went to the store and played for about an hour. And then the next day he came in and we went down there and we were in the store for 3 hours. And we played all kinds of stuff. He played, he really wants a 335. He's been kind of gearing up to get himself a 335, and he played 3 of them there, and he liked one of them a lot. And so I think that's in his future.
Okay. Ranchems. It is cool how where all these decent sized communities are now just intermingling and
Yeah.
and everyone's saying hi.
Cross-pollination, it's great.
It's not like Warriors.
No, it's not.
It's a little nicer than Warriors.
Come out and play.
What a great movie.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool.
Yeah, I just heard that I was in, where was I last night? We went out to a movie, and I was at Chili's before the movie, and I'm in the bathroom, and they were playing.
You went to
in the
Chili's?
city. Yeah, well, I had
A man who cooks like you do went to damn Chili's?
I
don't
didn't
know.
have time to cook, and it was not. The only reason I went is my brother-in-law gave us a gift certificate, and we had to burn it up. And Chili's sucks, but it's right next to the movie theater, and we got chicken thing, and we had some dinner. But they were playing Joe Walsh's "In the City" in the bathroom
Okay.
there. It made me think of the movie. Love that song.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something about guitars. I don't know.
Yeah, we were talking about the
What
335.
is your I'm trying out a new guitar song?
Oh, that's a good question. It really varies. I played because I was in this, like I said, I was in the store for 3 hours. So depending on if I was on electric or an acoustic, I would change the songs off. I played a couple of the Chris Stapleton ones on the acoustics and a couple of mine, and then on the electrics, played some Who, played a couple of my other ones that are the heavier ones, and just whatever came to mind. But I like to do a lot of chording to see how that feels, and then get out in the upper reaches of the neck. And then I'm so weird. If I'm serious about a guitar, I play every single fret position on every single string to make sure that there's nothing weird, there's no buzzes, that I can feel that there's no weird little bumps in the neck or things like that.
My standard on any acoustic I try, I'll always play Blackbird because it walks up the entire neck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Good call.
yeah, you can hear. I mean, you gotta hear buzzes. You know, you're gonna. It all depends. You know, unless it's in the room. You know, unless it's in you got $2,000 room.
Well, that's the thing. This shop has got what we call the church, and it's a separate room, and there isn't a guitar in that room that is under $3,000. A lot of vintage stuff and all these custom acoustics and everything.
Right.
Yeah, the cheapest acoustic I saw in there was $4,500 Taylor.
Okay.
They
What
went
model?
up from them. I don't even remember.
45.
was like-
That's probably like. What do I have a 4, so it's probably like a 6 or a 7 series.
It was one of those things where I'm looking in there, and that's all I was doing was looking and taking pictures because not worthy. I'm not going to play
yeah.
a $4,000
Good
guitar.
acoustics, Lord Spike, are pricey. I mean, good acoustics. Like
Yeah, yeah. There was a couple Martins in there, and they were both 4,500. And
yeah, I have one of the cheapest Martins you could get. That's not a. There's like, Martins and Taylor started making less.
yeah, budget's
Taylor or
not the
budget. You know, so
not the best term, but yeah, a lower priced model.
But when I got my D15, which is up in Pennsylvania, and that was like 2010, it was like 1,300.
Yeah,
You know, and that's with nothing. No cutaway,
Yeah.
no electronics, no pick. I mean, no strap holder, nothing.
yeah. I did play a $1,400 Gibson Hummingbird.
Okay.
And it was nice. Oh my, did that thing just, Kay was with us, and so she's bouncing between us and listening to what we're playing and just giving her comments. And when I was playing that one, she said, "That is the sweetest sounding guitar you've picked up so far." And I couldn't disagree. It just sounded amazing.
Wait.
And those are built right there in Bozeman. They build a lot of the high-end Gibson acoustics in Bozeman.
What are, you mean, Martins as in Martin guitars? Spike? What are you talking about? You spent $4,500 on Martins or the shoes? Some good shoes. Yeah. What Martins are you talking about?
Yeah, I should have paid more attention to the model numbers, the ones I was looking at. But again, like I said, we call it the Shrine. They had all these vintage amps in there and just all these really cool. There was one guitar that's been on display there for a couple years, and it's got a whole bunch of country artists' faces in the back of the guitar inlaid.
Oh, okay. Speakers. Speakers. Gotcha.
Okay.
I have, what do I have? I have in the family room in the home theater, I have clip premieres, I guess. Like I built a 7.1 with Atmos speakers. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I
Not
got
the
some.
best speakers. I used to have, man, I don't know what I did with them. I think I threw them out. I had these JBL L80 towers from like the 80s.
Yep.
Oh my God, these speakers were a dream. The cabinet was like, I probably couldn't even lift it up anymore. It was such a strong cabinet.
I had some Pioneers like that were just huge and, like a 12-inch, okay, so a home speaker, but it had a 12-inch woofer in it and everything. And
Hey, what's up, Brian Drums?
yeah, all I got now is like a $300 surround sound, 5-point.
Oh, it's like audio technology has actually made being an audiophile less important. because there was just something magical about two properly placed towers,
Yeah.
at the right angles and you in the middle and hearing true stereo, the
Yes.
way it actually comes out than what you get now. Now you can hook Bluetooth speakers to get fake,
Right.
that is definitely lost forever, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you want to spend 500
Yeah.
bucks like Lord Spike Protein did, but I guess you could.
Yeah, well, my
mean,
kid he's weird like
you
that.
get
He
what you
buys
love.
albums. He's got $1,000 turntable that he bought, and he's into it. I mean, I couldn't tell you what his speakers are, but I know that they're pretty high end and got an new old school receiver and all that kind of stuff. I know it's got a tube amp in it, and he's
Yeah,
into
I
it.
guess he's making fun of my clips. I guess they are kind of they're I guess they're good average home buyer speakers clips.
Yeah, I'm not sure mine are even that good. It's whatever. Again, a lot of my stuff is hand me downs from my oldest son because he gets bored
see.
with something or buys something
So let's
better,
see,
and I get it.
9.2. So that means you have the point two is the subwoofers, correct? So that means you have. So you probably have overheads, and then you have. So you have two behind, two in the front, center, two across, and two above. Is that it? I love asking questions. People,
Yeah.
and you have to just sit there. Oh, okay, that's cool. I had like I said, I have the ceiling speakers, and then I had to have them adjusted because I did not get my couch placement correct. So then I had to have them come back and like angle them because if the overhead speakers are at such a like low volume, if you're not directly over them, you
Right.
just miss it. So I had to have them. I couldn't make new holes in the ceiling, so I just had them kind of angle them. Luckily, I bought the mounting boxes that they go in, so you can maneuver them in there. But I mean, good sound for movies is half the damn movie.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
when
that's why it's good to go to the theater. I mean, like, here, I'll admit something. Here's a bass guy. My subwoofer, it was so annoying for a lot of things that I just turned it off most of the time. And then, like last year, I went to turn it on because I really wanted to hear that part of the movie, and it quit working.
oh really?
I don't know what happened to it, but it was dead. So I was like, you know what, screw it. So I threw it out, and I just haven't even replaced it yet.
Nice, nice Spike. Yeah, I never heard of those. I don't think I did. I mean, I heard of Martin Nance for receivers, but I mean, I'm out of the game.
Yeah,
I've fallen. I used to consider what's going on there, Brian Drums. I love you all. You're amazing. You're amazing too, Brian Drums. You're amazing too. I used to feel like when I was a younger man in my 30s and 40s, I was at the cutting edge of all technology. I knew about everything. I could afford to upgrade to everything.
yeah.
Yeah, and now
See, that's where my kid is. He's all about it, but
I
he's showing signs that he's starting to get a little bit out of it.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I've asked my 10-year-old about different things on the computer because
That's when you know. Yep.
like I no longer want to learn things. I just
I want to learn things, but I want to learn by a young guy just telling me how to do it rather
Yeah.
than sitting down and figuring it out like I used to.
so I made a few purchases for Prime Day. I got me a TC electronic just a simple one button looper.
Nice.
I figure I want to try to be able to, when I play live, to be able to do a guitar solo every once in a while on my acoustic, or maybe a different part, you know? So I'm going to try that. Only thing I didn't realize, it needs a fucking power supply. Oh,
Hello. Of course it does.
yeah, I thought about that afterwards, that they probably want you to use a power supply with a looper because it has to hold it in memory all the time. So I bought that. I got that already. I bought a whole bunch of new guitar picks. I found my picks. They are Dunlop's 1 millimeters.
Okay.
I bought 1 millimeters, and then I also bought like 112 because I'm finding when I play, I stray from straight strumming a lot now. Chord and then I riff a little bit, and the thinner picks are just too wobbly.
Yeah, no, that's a heavyweight pick.
I
mean,
do like
played
a thicker pick.
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing a real strumming song, I have
Yeah.
like those kind of picks that just, you know, like the baseball cards in your bike tires.
Yeah.
How old are you, Lord Spike? You look like a young man.
Yeah, but we don't know when that picture was taken.
That's
that
true.
picture could have been taken in 1972.
Oh,
We don't know.
you can't make it bigger. Yeah.
Hey, something just flashed across my phone. Leni Perez just gave us a shout out and
Oh,
said,
hey,
go
Leni
over
Perez.
go over and support the channel. So thank you, Leni. I don't know if you're watching right now, but
Don't
you
come
rock.
here. Go see 15th Ben. This show's much better, folks.
Yeah.
Much better show. He has
we,
things
we
all
make no
planned out.
bones about it. He's got things planned. He's got music. He knows what he's going to talk about. And we just are like, I literally was plugging in my mic and doing
You
things
signed
4
in
minutes.
it was like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, well, I was having trouble getting organized on my end. I'm like, damn it. Why isn't this working? But the show went on time, and we were both here, and we both had our mics on. You could hear us right away, unlike sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, with Crow and Wire, you normally just play fingers?
That's cool. I got
you-
mad
you-
respect for that.
Pick with your fingers, or do you strum with your fingers? I mean, I do a mix of all of them. I hybrid pick a lot, so switch to my fingers, and sometimes I play with my elbow.
Well, that's been the old joke, I mean, there's amongst bass players, there's a little bit of snobbery. Well, I only play with my fingers or whatever, and I play with my fingers, and I play with picks, and I play with my elbow or my thumb, or
It's
if I was better in doubt, I'd play with my wang. Just whatever it takes to get the right sound for what you're doing.
as it relates to bass, there is a distinctive tonal difference
Oh, absolutely.
from a player who plays with his fingers.
Yes.
And generally, they can do more because each finger is a pick. I love bass players who play with their fingers. But even a bass player who plays with his fingers, if he's doing like a modern rock song, he's probably going to take a pick because it's that, it's a different kind of sound, a different kind of nuance.
It gives
The
you a
thud.
different attack. And, you can hear that attack on the strings. That's why sometimes I'll play with a pick, because I want that attack versus that slight padding you get from your fingertips.
Yeah. Whenever I do play bass, I try hey, what's going on, Brock? How you doing, my friend? I do try with my fingers, but I can't do it. I think my wife.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
33
again,
years,
it's, I can go back and forth really easily because I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, if you're primarily a guitar player who sometimes plays bass, and I can see, do I really got to learn the 2-finger skill at this point in my life, or am I just going to use a pick? Makes sense to me. All
Yeah,
right.
but I am cognizant of the difference. Although Starship Funkatronic, one of the first songs I recorded, I called 2 of my friends who live local to play bass for me, and both are like, yeah, I'll do it, and like friends so often do,
Yeah.
like I do to almost everyone. Until I finally went to a music store and I was like, listen, I got a song to do, and he let me borrow a bass for the weekend, and like, if you like it, you buy it. So then I learned the bass part. Take the cannoli. I'd take a cannoli right now, Brad. Oh yeah. What I would do with a cannoli.
Even I would like a cannoli.
Depends where it's from, though. How you doing, Brad? Good to see you, pal.
Yeah, thanks for coming. And Rainfield Music is here. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
What's up, Rainfield Music?
Good to see you.
Very good to see you, my friend. And Brock is here. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Brock released an album. I believe,
Brock
right?
has been busy. He's some new songs and just tearing it up.
Speaking of busy, Mr. Admin of Songwriters Anonymous, have you checked the page recently? There's like 6 people who clicked to join.
Oh, I haven't clicked that part of the page. No. Now that you mention it, I was getting caught up on all the music that others had posted that I needed to comment on while I was gone, and I didn't even look at that. Oops.
Yeah, I don't know who any of them are, though.
I'll look and see if I know any of them, and we'll give them the usual vetting process.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit there, Brock.
All right, we'll see you, Brock. Be well. So we don't have any huge agenda tonight. There's I wanted you asked about my
made 3
$19 Chinese guitar.
Yes.
And it has left UPS in Los Angeles.
Man.
So in transit to next facility. I have no idea what that means. The UPS here
I mean,
in
it's
Denver.
going to its nest. It's going to its nest reloading station.
Yeah, I guess. So, who knows? This has been in transit now for 18 days.
Where are you from, Corona Wire, that you can get some fresh cannolis? I used to go to a place called La Gulia in Astoria, Queens. Oh, they make good cannolis. And then the Besh Viadel. You ever had Viadel? They're like, like those bear claws, they call them.
I've never had that.
No, it's very Italian.
Now, there's a nice Italian part of Denver. It's less so now, and you could get all that kind of stuff, but it's clear on the other side of Denver from me, so I don't get up there very often. My grandfather used to live in that area, so we'd hit all the Italian places, but
I don't do Italian very much. Because I'm very, very fussy when I go to an Italian restaurant.
no, I bet. I just like Italian, so if it's a good Italian restaurant, I'm a happy guy.
As long as you're not going to Olive Garden, because
I said a good
Olive
Italian
Garden
restaurant
is Italian food for people who ain't Italian. Because it's
Jesus
fucking
Christ, that
worse.
place sucks.
Yeah.
No, it's like Taco Bell is for people who want Mexican food.
Taco Bell is for kids in college because I used to be able to
Drugs.
hey, I used to be able to eat like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like $7 at Taco Bell. Get a Mexican pizza for dinner. I like Taco Bell. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible, but
Not a fan.
Then again, I like White Castle.
Well, again, that's an experience thing. I mean, people
It is.
love.
It is. It is like the commercial says. It is what you crave. You don't want it.
Yeah.
Crave it. You pass it and you go, oh my God, I got to get White Castle.
Well, that's
And
it.
then you
In-N-Out
regret.
Burger just moved here to Denver, and people were losing their minds. It's like, it's not that good, guys. It's but I mean, literally, there were lines for blocks, and it's like, it's not that special.
Damn, what the hell? I'm losing everything because I was just going to say something. I thought it was pretty funny too, and I forgot because Not Visible was talking about Clemenza, and it made me think, has anyone seen, I don't remember the name of it or what channel it's on, but on one of the stupid channels, they did a 10-part docudrama on the people who actually put together The Godfather. not about the movie, but about the people, or how the movie got made. And oh my God, it was like almost as good as The Godfather itself. Anyone see that? Oh, it was called The Offer.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
show was called
You
The
were
Offer.
telling me about it.
Friggin' phenomenal.
I've not been able to find it.
Absolutely phenomenal. I think it maybe was on Paramount. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of movie, what's your thought on the writer and actor strike that they're talking about?
How would we notice? I mean,
I heard about it today. And my feeling is like, fuck them, let them strike.
well,
This is how reality TV started.
We went to the movies last night, and they're doing the previews, and oh, MG, Disney is so out of ideas. They made a movie about the Haunted Mansion, and so people, all the characters from the amusement park ride. If the writers aren't out on strike, maybe they should go out on strike and bring some scabs in who maybe have an idea.
Yeah, well, hey,
Disney has none.
let's rewrite someone else's story. My feeling is this though. Like, I understand the whole point of strikes, But in the end, a strike only fucks the people who support you. So here's what's going to happen. If they don't strike, they get a raise. What happens after the movie houses or the movie studios give them a raise? They're not going to lose money. They're going to fucking charge us more money to either rent a streaming service or go to the movie. And if they do go on strike, number one, we get screwed because there's nothing to watch on TV. And then we get screwed again because now the movie people who own all the movie studios need to recoup all their losses, so they raise the prices on everything regardless. So, like, just the mere talk of it screws us. So I'm like, the hell with you. You and athletes, maybe you make too much money as it is. Maybe you should just, make a decent salary and shut the fuck up. Yeah. It reminds me, like, every time I see, ever watch those stupid, like the, when you get a DVD and they give you, the special features.
Yeah.
And there are always people interviewing, like they talk about, they interview the people who made the movie and they're like, oh, that person was such a pleasure to work with. Oh, they're the blah, blah, blah. How many times have you heard an actor say, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this because I love it so much? There you go. Fuck you. You don't need any more money. You love what you do. Be happy about it.
That's right. Donate your
Shut
time
up
and
and make a
talents.
movie. Yeah. So I say, let them strike and I'll just watch like Metalhead Hippie and Conspiracy Music.
That's the thing. I just don't watch TV anymore.
I love science fiction, so I must, I still watch some stuff.
Yeah, my TV
Big
came
Trekker.
on last night for the first time in I think 3 weeks, and the reason it came on is because my power went out, and so it resets the box and everything, and it comes on after it resets, and so I'm laying in bed and I'm looking at my phone, watching videos from our community, and then the TV comes on, and I'm like, oh shit! So then I got out of bed and turned it off, and that was that.
News at 11, Richie the Barber says, all Hollywood actors are Satan worshipers. And I believe that. Richie the Barber. He is a wise man.
There's maybe some evidence of that.
I think there is. Oh, are you not visible? So what's your brand of where you lean towards in the sci-fi realm? My wife says, "Oh, you're watching a space soap opera again." But
I used to love reading all the science fiction, Bradbury and all that. Loved Philip K. Knight, loved it. And now I don't enjoy it as much because we're friggin' living that dystopian future that they were writing about 30 and 40 years ago.
I just canceled. Wow, you only canceled cable today, Brad? Yeah, we're going like 2 years. Terrestrial TV and ages. Now, but here's the problem, though. It's like we cancel cable for one main reason. Two reasons. There was so much shit on TV, you can never figure out what to watch anyway. And the amount of money you paid for everything was friggin' ridiculous.
Yes.
So we cut the cable, and then we paid for Netflix, and then we pay for Hulu, and then we pay for Amazon, and then and we now have like so many damn streaming services. The bill's more than it was when it was cable. I have no idea what's ever on TV. It's like,
Yeah.
I tried to set up a spreadsheet, like for me and my wife. Okay, we're going to do a rotation. Well, keep this because the kids like that. We'll keep this because all your stupid housewives shows are on there. And then we'll just rotate like every 3 months, and but that didn't work out right. But
Yeah. No, I have DirecTV, which, I mean, I'm happy enough with this service, other than it cost me 3 times what it did when I first signed up 15 years ago or whatever.
Lord
But,
Spike, I bet you had a laser disc player, didn't you?
probably.
I bet he was cutting edge. I never made the laser disc thing.
No.
It was too expensive.
No, but and this is not patronizing or anything, but my entertainment comes from listening to music in the community, truly. I mean, I watch the shows or I listen to the playbacks, if I can't go live, watching them. And that is the majority of my entertainment and YouTube.
I will have to say I love movies. So, no, I do. I love movies.
I just don't care about movies like I once did.
I mean, I love good movies.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot of crappy movies, but I do
That's the
like good
trouble.
movies. And I have little kids, so I have to take them to the movies. I have to watch movies with them.
Yeah, no, it's different. No, we watched a lot more movies when the boys were younger and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kay and we just don't. Summer, we garden and we hike and that kind of stuff, and we just don't have time for TV. And in the winter, about the only TV I watch is hockey. Yeah, see, that's probably smart. I went the opposite way. I mean, we had all that stuff while my kids were growing up, and now that they're gone, we don't watch it. We don't care. Although they did remind me, it's like, yeah, you waited till we went to college to get, DirecTV. It's like, well, yeah.
I guess taking away their TV is better than just parenting and setting a limit, but that's kind of what we did. You can watch this much and
Yeah.
no more, because TV you can turn them off. So I wasn't going to get rid of my TVs because I had kids.
I could think, hey, Axiom, what's up, man?
Yo, Axe, what's going on?
Good to see you, man.
You've
I
never
gotta-
had a wow. A lot of people know TVs. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Crow has never had a TV.
my wife did growing up because
Let
they
me-
lived out in the country, and they
Now,
just- they
you
couldn't
can
get
only
signal.
say I've never had a TV if you never watch. If you're watching stuff on your iPad, then that's your TV. So that doesn't count. So
Yeah.
if you never had a TV, that means you've never watched anything.
Yeah.
Two completely different things. So,
Yeah. That's it.
I'm big with the lectures. I always said I wanted a house with a nice landing, on the second floor so I can come out and make my speeches. And my kids are like, even my wife is like, all right, boys, Dad's going to lecture us. 'Cause I'm big with the lectures, man. Love lecturing. Nobody listens, and I don't care they don't listen. I just like doing it.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going tomorrow afternoon. My wife is leaving for Florida at 5:00 in the morning,
Fun.
going away with the girlfriends. They all bought matching pajamas.
Women are awesome. I do not understand them, but they're awesome.
Yeah. They're a strange breed.
They ain't
So
like us.
no, normal. Yeah, I'm leaving work like noon tomorrow. Pick up the kids, pick up the dog, take off to Pennsylvania, do some man stuff.
Man stuff. That sounds like fun.
Do
I
some
got to
man
say,
stuff.
it was great hanging out with my oldest son because we hadn't seen him in 6 or 7 months. So it was great hanging out with him in Bozeman. And he came over from Spokane with a case of high-end whiskey. There wasn't
Nice.
a bottle in there that was less than $75.
Nice. That's a
And
good son.
and I brought a couple good things, but I did notice that both the whiskeys that I brought came home much lighter than because they were brand new bottles. It was like,
There you go.
damn, I guess everybody likes what I like because everybody in the family really helped themselves to my stash.
Right. I'm live on the air checking my phone.
Yeah, because that's good entertainment. That shows tremendous respect for our audience.
I have to go get a beer. Do you either want to talk to chat or play a video or something?
We should play a video. You go get a beer, and I'll look in chat and see who else showed up, and we can chat with them, and then we can figure out what we're going to talk about in the next segment.
Can you initiate a video? Or
I
do I have
cannot.
to?
No, this
We
is the
have
one
to
thing we
figure that
can't
out.
figure that one out. I
Well-
can't get to your playlist.
I haven't really tried other than the first time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Probably my fault, Chris.
Eh,
Probably.
yeah, it happens.
Oh, first I have. All right. I have to do a few things. I have to.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for stopping by, Rainfield. We appreciate you, man.
Ooh, 829 subs.
Woo, woo.
I have a. You probably don't know this. So in your Earn tab on Facebook, on YouTube, it says I have 2,148 watch hours in the last 365 days, right?
Okay.
But in my analytics, when I go to watch time and go to 365 days, it says I have 2,327.
Well,
So
that's
that is
different,
like-
isn't it?
200 hours different, yeah. And I'm like,
I
what's
have
up
no
with that?
idea.
I think I have to call management. It really irks me.
You gonna pull a Karen? Didn't want to speak to the manager?
Maybe. Oh, in our place in Pennsylvania, we have these new neighbors, Paul and Karen. She's really cool, but she was telling me her and her daughter got in an argument. She says, "You know what my daughter said to me? She said, 'Ma, stop being a you.'"
Damn.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Where are my videos? I don't know. Oh, content. I should go there. Playlists.
Yeah. So this would be a good time for everybody to grab a beverage. Let's get a fresh water, get a fresh coffee, get a fresh whatever you're drinking, and I'll go see how much water I have. I haven't had a drink since I came back from vacation because, I'm good. Let's take a couple days off.
No, I've steadily been drinking regardless. Like I said, I only drink when I go online.
Yeah.
Oh, haha, haha. I found a song to play that just happened to be in my playlist.
Nice.
But now, can you stop a video, Chris? No, you can't do shit. Can
No,
you?
I can't do shit on the video part. I can run everything else, but I can't do that.
Well, I think another one will just play if I don't get
Yeah.
back in time.
All right, well, that'll work.
So we're gonna go.
I
with
might be
this.
able to do present. If I present, I think it could do it, but we tried that once before and the sound wasn't
Yeah,
very
I think
good.
I got it all screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, share screen.
The jungle blocks out the sun, but not the heat. There's smoke from the fire and the smell of bush meat. The sound is relentless from the jungle drum's beat. The day has begun, boy. Get on your feet. There's snakes in the mire and the gators circle round. Every step is in quicksand, can't find solid ground. There's monkeys in the trees and they're throwing stuff down. Another day in the jungle and the beat goes on. My day in the jungle begins on the freeway. The city's a jungle, but I like it that way. The jungle in the rain sparkles just like a jewel. Another day in the jungle and I'm an ape-man fool.
Chance, give it one more chance. Don't give it a chance. Don't look you in your eye. Don't wonder why tonight is your night. The bluesman bird come through, make it do what it do. What it do? Bluesman bird, don't make it do that dance. Bluesman bird, don't make it do it right. Do it right. Bluesman bird, don't make it do that dance. Yeah. Bluesman bird, don't make it do that dance. That dance, baby. Bluesman bird, don't make it do that dance. at you. Blues man burn. Coming out the scene. Out the scene. Blues man burn. Yeah. The craziest man on the guitar scene. Yeah. Blues man burn. Yeah. Tell him what to do. Now. Blues man burn. Ain't nobody's fool. Nobody's fool. Come on, everybody, let's dance with Bird. Yeah, come on, everybody, let's do a dance. Come on, everybody, let's dance with Bird. Come on, everybody, let's do a dance. Blues man Bird. Blues man Bird. Yeah, blues man Bird. Blues man who? Yeah, blues man Bird. Blues man what? Yeah, blues man Bird. Blues man who? Everybody gonna do the dance with Bird. Everybody gonna do the dance. Everybody gonna do the dance with Bird. Everybody gonna do the dance. Give a chance. Everybody gonna do get down. Everybody gonna do the dance. Everybody gonna do the get down. Hands in your pants, get down. Get down. Get down. Yeah. Get down. Get down. Do that dance. Get down, blues man, bird, go man. Get down, get down, hands. Get down, get down, blues man, bird, go man. Get down, get down. Yeah.
Okie dokie. We'll
Yeah,
save that one for a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever met that guy, Bird? I forget where I met him. Dude's crazy. He's funny as hell.
Yeah, no, I haven't run across him.
Uh-huh.
So it was a bird theme. We had Crawl on a Wire and then Bird.
Yeah, it was planned that way.
Yeah, it
It
was,
was my bird playlist.
very good.
I
Giving
did not
everyone
know
the
I-
bird.
Yeah, I did not know I had a Crow on the Wire song on there. Look at that.
Yeah, see, that's nice, right?
I guess I've made the playlist according to people who have actually been here.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
And speaking of, I don't know if I know Not Visible. Do you know Not Visible?
I do not, so that's a new
Oh,
addition that I'm
that's
not
right.
as
I
familiar
cannot. I have to find them in the. I'm not actually. I don't have the YouTube window open.
with.
That's where
I
we
do,
can-
actually.
That's where we can get them. That
Well.
is where we can track them down.
Oh, boy.
So, did you hear about my faith in government was like restored a little bit today?
Seriously.
Just for a little bit, yeah. So, apparently, someone left a bag of cocaine at the White House. And like Secret Service is trying to
and it's a
find
mystery.
out. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Isn't that cool though? I'm like, yeah. What's the point of being in power if you're not gonna
Well,
snort
Hunter was
cocaine?
visiting, and I'm not saying it was Hunter's cocaine. Now, Hunter left his gun in a dumpster, left his laptop at a repair place, left a crack pipe in a rental car, and left his sperm in a hooker. So there's a bit of a pattern, but I'm not saying it was him.
I don't know who Hunter is.
Hunter Biden, Joe's son.
Oh, he has a son?
Yeah.
I
I'm
did not
probably
know
a lot more versed on politics than you are.
I pay attention to none of them. I have to be honest. I'm a complete tool. I don't really pay attention to a lot of things, Chris.
I pay, yeah, the attention that I have to. Which is,
See, oh, here we go. Not visible. Now, can I get to? Oh, I can go to their channel.
eh?
Oh, all right. So this is a backup channel for someone. They have 8 subscribers. Oh no, they have 11 videos. No, it says no content. Who
Okay,
is this
yeah.
then? The recording is pretty old. BC Rich Bass. Now I think it's a person.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, not visible.
Well, we know that they have a BC Rich bass and a Telecaster.
You now have 9 subs. Thank you.
That's
for
right.
coming
You
for
show
a
up here, we'll sub your ass.
Yes, that's.
That's how we roll.
I'm sub happy. And marijuana was also. They found marijuana too. Bring them down. But I was
One of the most
hysterical.
secure buildings in the world, but people are just leaving drugs laying around. So, what are the odds?
Yeah, that was great. It was like I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah. Well, I know that the crack FBI will be all over it, and they will.
They have Secret Service is like, oh, Secret Service is acting like the government's lost and found. Did you lose? Did you forget
Excuse
some
me,
cocaine?
sir,
We
did
just wanted to give it back. I thought that was hysterical, though.
Crazy. It's a crazy world we live in.
Now, that was my. I thought I made 3 notes. I put some work into it tonight, Chris.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, let's see. There was those 2 things.
Yeah, I put the work into finding out where my cheap Chinese guitar was,
Yeah.
and that was about it.
Oh, and the other thing I was. I started talking about earlier. So for Prime Day, like I said, I bought a little looper pedal. And then I bought it's like $70. One of those pad things. What do you call them? Where you can program drums on it and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
what are they called? I don't know what they're called, but I got one of them.
Yeah, I know what it is. I don't know what they're called, honestly. I just was looking at one in my AMS catalog, but I can't think of the name of it.
A beat maker or something. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
another
something
MIDI
like that.
controller. Oh, and I also, this has nothing to do. I got the free trial of addictive drums.
Okay.
I loaded it onto GarageBand.
Yeah, I had loaded one of those drum programs, and I can't remember which one it was, and I found it just didn't work very well, so. And of course, when my computer got trashed, then I lost everything. Oh, here's something that sucked. I had BBC Symphony, and I really dug that program. Man, the strings were beautiful.
That's
the samples
used in
were
Cold Wind, right?
Yes. Now, here's the bad part. When I upgraded to Ventura, not supported anymore. They
No.
have not upgraded the plugin to work with Ventura, so I can't use it. So I'm kind of bummed about that.
Hold on a second. About this Mac. Oh, okay. They eventually will.
I know they will eventually, and so the program's loaded, and when they
Right.
upgrade it and everything, I'll do what
I
have to
remember
do.
the big thing was friggin' Native Instruments.
Yeah.
When they switched to Big Sur,
Yeah.
was that it? It took like 6 months before they, and so people spend $1,000, on libraries, and you could no longer use them.
No,
and
it's a bad
It took
deal.
them a while.
And on some case, I got to say, I mean, they're small developers and everything, but Apple doesn't just do these things. They let people that work with them know well in advance and give them beta versions and everything. So 6 months is a little excessive
It
to not get
definitely
it.
took them a while.
Yeah.
Like way past what you would think.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I don't know what's
They'll
going
get going eventually. Yeah, I'm still like if I'm going through my older catalog, I'm still finding plugins that I had downloaded and then I lost, and it'll come up and say, "Well, you don't have that plugin." I'm like, crap! Now I got to go find it again, and I've been doing that for the last month.
Well, I've been fairly true just getting plugins from Waves.
Yeah.
Almost everything I have comes from Waves, and even though it's kind of a pain in the ass, I don't have to track things down. The one thing that stinks with Waves is anytime they update something, you load GarageBand, and it's like, oh, it's not available. Search, look for it. So you have to shut GarageBand down and then go to the Waves update thing and update that system before it works
Yeah.
again. And that's kind of like a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm a fan of plugins. I've been using them in graphics for a long time, and good ones are very handy. But you get same thing. I had lost a couple of my plugins that I used on my graphic things. It's like, oh shit, and I had to buy programs today, which I hate doing because I'm a cheap bastard.
I just like when people want to give a little one line. I love little zingers.
Nicely done, Chris.
You should be very proud of that, Chris Durham. That was funny.
Ah, perfect. Yes, welcome to the other Chris. It's always good to see him.
Got too many Chris's.
Yeah. I caught your show on a replay the other day, Chris, and I can tell you the songs. You were doing a bunch of classics. And man, you were entertaining as all get out.
He's very entertaining, right?
Yeah, he's great. If you guys have not checked out Chris Durham's channel, please do so because he is terrific. He's just a great entertainer.
This was a paid advertisement by Chris Durham.
Yes, that's right. The check's in the mail.
Yeah. We should start selling advertising. Like, we'll advertise other people behind us.
Yeah, get a banner going. Hey.
Anyone? Anyone?
These two
Anyone?
bozos, forget them. Here's where real entertainment
Yeah.
is. Indeed. Yeah, I missed, I really was off the grid. I didn't have internet or anything, so I have no idea what happened in the community for the last about week and a half. To the point where I got instant message by a couple people. It's like, where have you been? What happened? Did you die? What's going on? I'm like, no,
Who messaged you?
people.
Who?
I'm not
I want to
gonna-
know. Who are these people?
It's people but I'm not gonna shout them out. It was a private message. But
Very
wondered
private.
what the hell I was doing. And it's like, man, I wandered around. Here's a little history lesson for you folks. I was in the Grand Tetons in Wyoming. And of
nice
course, those were
Tetons.
named by the fur trappers, predominantly the French that came out searching for beaver pelts. It's literally giant breasts. And they are up and pointy and perky. Those mountains are pretty impressive. So hiked around there. We went to Hidden Waterfall, or Hidden Falls is what it's called, and then Inspiration Point, which overlooks the lake. And it was a tough hike, man. I was tired, but it was inspiring.
Did you meet the Tescadero sisters at Inspiration Point?
No, but it's funny. I met a couple gals from Australia, and you didn't even, before they even said anything, I knew they were Aussies because they had the perfect walkabout hats on. And they were just hiking around, and these two ladies were a scream. Just, like Kay said, the thing about those Aussies is they're so shy and retiring, it's hard to get to know them. But yeah, they were great. Yeah, we met some interesting people. We met a couple from New Jersey who flew in, and actually they were going to Bozeman too, but they were up there hiking around and seeing all the stuff, and God bless them, it was great.
No, it's funny when you talk about places that you go. It's like, oh, I remember that from a movie. I only know these things only exist in movies.
Yeah.
To us East Coasters.
Yep, true.
One day.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've been very blessed that I've gotten to see so much of this country in traveling as a kid and then traveling on business as an adult. The United States is a very cool place. There's just a lot of cool places. And by and large, the people are really cool. There's, the 1%, but
Really? I'd put it the exact opposite.
yeah, well, you and I have a different outlook on people.
We do,
determined
don't we? I don't even know how we talk together.
Well, that's the thing. Opposites attract, and you and I have opposite viewpoints on certain things. But
On
that's
many
why-
things.
That's why we get along, because we're not the same
say
dude.
Chris and I have completely different ways of getting to the same solution.
Yes,
We end up at the same place, so we
more
just,
often than not. Yes,
we just disregard our process to get there.
yeah. Process is different.
It's kind of
yeah.
funny, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, I just it is funny. It's amusing, but that's why I enjoy meeting people. I'm an extrovert, and
I do too.
people
I'm not an extrovert. I'm
energize
not
me.
an extrovert.
Yeah,
I'm very introverted.
yeah. As is my wife, which is why we've gotten along for 34 years.
Yeah, like you'll notice, like you can even see it. Look at me here. Look at me when I'm have my show, and then look at me on a multi-stream. The more people, the less
Yeah,
I speak. I just
Dom moves back, and like more panelists, like, oh, I can't wait. Let's get into it.
the more
Whoa.
people, the more uncomfortable I get.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
different
'Cause I'm
things.
just thinking
Although
about-
truthful extroverts will tell you you can get peopled out. And I've been telling you, I've been working on this convention, which will be at the end of August, and probably get 1,500 people there for this thing. And after 4 days, I'm going to be sick of people. I guarantee. And I'm going to need a week to just not be peopling.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back to my normal self. But
Ben, 15 Ben should be over, right? Where is everybody? He's 9 to 11. Maybe he's going long.
who knows? Stop looking at the numbers. No, we're just, and you're not wrong. We're enjoying, we do this show if two people were here. We don't give a damn. We just like hanging out with you. So,
Well, basically, we do this show with no one here. We just decided to.
yeah. Basically, we're
online.
doing what Dom and I have always done, and we just invited you to join us.
Yeah.
Dom
know.
drinking beer, eating snacks.
I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I had to pick the crunchiest damn thing.
Yeah, have a damn salad, would you?
I had grapes, but I'm going to bring them to snacking in the car.
Yeah, I got grapes are great, but I think my grapes are elderly. I got to check those. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, when they get all shrivelly. Cherries.
Yeah.
Good time for cherries. They're cheap right now.
Yeah, and I like cherries. I should go get
Oh,
some.
I love cherries.
Yeah, I'm a fan. And a great antioxidant. Again, you'll get health tips here.
Not from me.
Well, that's what I say. You'll get health tips from me, and then you'll look at Dom and go, yeah, whatever he's doing, don't do that.
If I go, it's going to be from one of the big things. You're going to go from some random stupid thing.
Oh, stupid shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll bend over to tie a shoe, and a bus will come by and cut my head off. Mm-hmm. I guarantee I will die stupidly.
And I'll die of COPD in my 80s
Yeah.
because I can no longer fucking breathe. Cherry pie.
She's my cherry pie.
I don't know much about you, Crow on a Wire. I've known your name a while, listened to your music. I don't know
Yeah.
much about you. You are a person of mystery. Does anybody want to come up here and keep us company?
Yeah, you are welcome. We invite guests up, and this is an open
I did
invite.
put a link before, but if anyone
Yeah,
likes
go ahead
it,
and put it up again, just in case anybody wants to come on
that it?
and
Yeah.
are so equipped.
I would like
mic.
to get our illustrious moderator, Lord Spike Protein, to come to the show one day.
It would
And
be
actually, I
interesting
would
to
like
talk to him.
Spike to host one of my You Pick I Plays, where he would pick all the songs that
There
I
you
would
go.
play. think
I
that
just
could be
want to
fun.
hear what his voice sounds like. I'm into voices.
Oh, it's got to be deep. That'd be funny if it was like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, shut the fuck up."
I'm Lord Spike. That would be funny.
That'd be hysterical. If you can pull off that voice, Lord Spike.
Please
no,
do,
but
yeah.
I mean, I have his voice in my head from
As having
looking at
gravitas, right?
Looking at his picture and hearing the things he says, I just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, you assume it's maybe a deep baritone and
something
it's
like
got gravitas.
I don't know if you are wrestling people, but like something like the way Sergeant Slaughter would have spoken.
There you go.
And no, and not saying anything negative. Sergeant Slaughter was pretty much a badass.
He was a badass.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So what else, Chris?
Well,
Been working on any music?
yes, I came back from the wilderness. I brought my 12 string, which I hadn't. And here, he ain't watching because it's in the future in Australia. So he's either gone to bed or he's in the bar or whatever. But Coldacre brought a new 12 string, and he sent me a little video of him playing it. Man, it sounded great. It's like, you asshole, you've owned a Yamaha 12 string since 1980, bought it brand new, and it sits in the case all the time. Get it out and play it. And I did, and I'm like, God, I love this guitar, 40 years later. So I took that one on the trip and played it. And
Can anyone
came
hear
back-
me crunching?
Yes. Oh, God,
Oh,
yes.
okay. I'm sorry.
So I definitely took that along and came back with 3 new song ideas and started working on one a little bit yesterday. Got verse and a chorus and thinking about the bridge part. I'm not sure what it's about yet. I've got a melody for it. I'm singing along, but I don't have any lyrics. I don't know what the song's about yet. It hasn't given me that flash of inspiration telling me what it is. And I imagine it will come to me, but yeah, it was nice to just get out and play with, I didn't have any agenda. I was just playing for pleasure and out there in the evenings, and it was great.
So I remember just before we went on vacation, it just so happened that, no, actually 2 years in a row, we're in Songwriters Anonymous, my group. Chris is an admin. Nay is an admin, and we all went on vacation the same exact week. We all
Every
took
one
off.
of us.
Yeah.
And,
It was-
yeah.
But before you left, we were talking about guitar and stuff, and I had told Chris that what he needs to do, because he was saying I forget you were saying, but you wanted it to be like a better guitar player, right?
Yes.
Because you're a bass player. So I told Chris what he needs to do is disassociate playing guitar and singing at the same time, and just play.
Like Dom always, really solid advice. And that's what I did. I didn't really sing like I usually do. I just focused on playing guitar. And like I said, came up with a couple songs and things and a couple little different alternate fingerings, which I hadn't done before. So yeah, I'm slightly better than I was a week ago.
So when I went away, first or second day, I came up with an idea. I got folk and blues, or maybe we're going to work on something together about a decent idea for a song. I had an idea of a song from the perspective of a house, and the house is talking about the people that used to live there. And as the story progresses, basically it's a story about urban blight, where a town gets built up because there's a factory or a big business, and then business closes and the town dries up. But the whole song is from the house's perspective, So I thought it was kind of a neat twist. But maybe like the second day, you did it really. You did Just Breathe a lot better than I did yours. I was a little embarrassed. I did not have much time. You can play it anytime you want, Brad. I would love it if you continued to play it. So I started thinking about what I told you, and I'm like, I do the same damn thing I'm telling Chris. Maybe I'm a slightly more advanced guitar player, but still, there are like a lot of songs that I would like to play that are not songs I can just strum. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I took the advice I gave you, and most of the week I was working on Angie from the Rolling Stones and Fire and Rain from James Taylor because there you have to know how to play them. You know, like
Yes.
you can't just strum your way through fire and
Yeah,
rain.
you
know?
can't campfire those really. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just not as good. Well, those are ones, I mean, the vocals got to be great and your guitar playing is okay, or, you really need the guitar playing to be on point, though.
Now, for me,
people to really get
exact
it.
opposite. If you could do the guitar good, you can half-ass the vocal.
Yeah, that's the thing. We all hide behind our strengths. So,
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah.
But so I took my own advice, and it was actually pretty good. And I got very frustrated at several points because there's a couple fire and rain. It's really a lot more complicated than you would think. Because hey, Michael, how you doing? What's going on? That's Michael's song. He like you sent he sent people over to my page and stuff. Cool dude.
Nice.
Anyone,
Well, thank you.
everyone should listen to Michael. It's a lot more complicated than I thought because the chord voicings he used, and to do it, you have to actually the hardest with this 8 chord. You had to totally change the way you fingered the chord in order to do the little things he's doing.
Okay.
So I'm still in the intro actually because I got frustrated because I'm not used to practicing. I'm used to
Yeah.
just
No, it's
muscling my
different.
way through something. That's why, and Angie is the song. It's not complicated, but it's all in the way you do it. It's just a 3 or 4 chord song. So
Well, that's the thing with groups like that. They're maybe not complicated, but nuanced.
yeah, it's the
And that's why
nuances,
they've been
yeah.
great and why they've been great for so many decades.
You were not one of the first. You were the first, Brad. I was surprised. Oh, that's what you said. I can't see very well. Yes, you were the first. Leela is going to, I believe I just sent her. Well, she don't have time to figure it out. And whoever can figure out the music to Winter Willow, I'd be my guest. But I sent her the tracks minus my vocals. So I think she wants to sing it. And then I told her, I'm like, if you wanted to fuck with it, I could just send you the guitars and stuff and you can do what she does. Cause she does all that trippy kind of
Yeah.
computer generated stuff.
No,
which
it's very
I
fascinating.
can't do. Yeah, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
I could send you the stems and you could put a whole new backbone underneath it and then you sing it. I think that'd be kind of neat. Hey, Maria, how are you?
Oh,
Yes, that's it. Maria that came over to my page today from Michael's songs. What is
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I was just on his page today.
Today's his birthday, eh?
Today is his birthday. Happy birthday
Happy
to you there,
birthday
Michael.
to you.
He is another songwriter,
Nice.
acoustic guitar player, songwriter. When you stream Wednesdays? No, the second and fourth Wednesday, I think it was, of every month. Cool dude, snazzy dresser, plays a nice guitar.
Something we can't say, huh?
What do you mean? I'm in my fucking Christmas Kiss shirt. Look at
It's
it. This is
it's
a
great
beautiful shirt. This is my Christmas shirt. They're on a sleigh, I think. I don't know. if
Oh,
you can
see,
tell.
I wanted to get the one that they were out of stock. It had cats on it in the makeup, and it was Hiss. And it cracked me up, but they were.
Know what I actually do? I'm kind of every year I pick a theme and I just buy 12 new t-shirts and I get rid of all my old other ones and except for certain ones. I'm a big stock rotator.
I'm not that. I throw out a T-shirt when I buy a new one just so I can have drawer space. But I have my favorites, and I'm also lazy, so whatever's at the top of the drawer gets worn, and I have to conscientiously dig down and go, oh yeah, I love this shirt, and I haven't worn it in 3 months, so I guess I'll wear this one.
First
now.
and third Wednesdays, yes. I had some Crow t-shirts made. Do you really?
Nice.
You have Crow and the Wire, or are you Are you admitting here on YouTube that you black market the Crow shirts?
There you go.
Cool.
No, that's
It is a
cool.
good banner. It is a very cool banner.
Yeah, it's a good banner.
I have no banner. I got no. You too, Chris. Well, you copied me. We just used the stupid names.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like schmucks, everybody's got cool handles and everything, and we're like, well, I guess I'll just use my real name because I'm a dummy.
Yeah. I couldn't think of my essence.
We used our imagination in our songs, and for marketing ourselves, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. Not so much at all.
Yeah, I'm a black T-shirt guy. This shirt actually has sleeves still, so
Yeah.
there's that.
I'm generally not a black T-shirt guy.
I always wear
colors.
black T-shirts. I like out hiking on really hot days.
My
like
wife
a moron.
always. My wife is always in black. Blonde hair and all in black. It's very sexy, actually.
Yes, obviously.
Now I know why I like you.
Yeah, that's it. Remind you of somebody.
Yeah, that's just woo, wah, wah, so to say. Where's Crow? Where's your brother live? Maybe I know him. I'm in New York. It's a small place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, only 10 million people. Hey,
Hold on. Very special
you got
guest.
this? Are you ready to have somebody who's at least as interesting as we are? Maybe more.
Possibly a little more.
I don't know
Hey,
about
there
that.
he is.
Hey, Clay, how are you, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing
good.
great.
Chris, I had to send Clay a message today, or was it yesterday? I was like, I was listening to the news, and they said Phoenix, Arizona reports its seventh day in a row of temperatures over 110 degrees. I'm like, enjoy your new home.
Yeah. Well, as it would go, we're going to be visiting Phoenix on usually the hottest week of the year.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get to dip our toes in. But I'm actually excited for it. I've lived in the desert before. I lived in Nevada for several years. So
Okay.
Well, and people don't realize Salt Lake City is a friggin' desert, too.
It is a
snows like
desert,
hell
yeah.
in the mountains and
True.
around it, but it's a
Yeah.
desert, folks.
yeah, we got up into the triple digits quite a few times this summer.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember a lot of times. And, of course, because, I'm old, my mom would just like, hey, go out and play and drink out of the hose or whatever. And we're wandering around catching lizards there in Sandy, Utah, 103, 105. We did dehydration. We never heard of it.
Oh, and just Michael and Maria, so you know, tonight's not really like a music night. Just want to let you out
Yeah,
there.
it's our show consists of us mostly just bullshitting about various things.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very, very narcissistic.
Maybe play an
Well-
occasional song on a Thursday.
Maybe.
But
Yeah, we played two tonight, so
And we
that's,
played two because I had to smoke.
because we know.
I may have to pretty much soon too. So how you doing there, Mr. Clay?
I'm doing good.
It's always a pleasure to see you. Did 15th go long tonight?
No, I think he's still streaming.
Oh, he's still streaming?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's still going.
Okay.
He's still got a full house over there.
Yeah, good thinking on our part to put this show on.
I did.
knew?
I wouldn't have. I did not know. But
didn't
then
know.
again, no, we would have because as we there was no other time to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of where it comes in.
It's
and
really
it's not the same
relatively-
kind of show, so
Yeah, well, that's what I rest on.
yeah.
Anyone who obviously wants to be entertained is going to go there.
Yeah, if they want to listen to music, Now we can. Now see, we're entertaining. Look at this. Maria says, "Appreciate the heads up and the witty banter." So, look at us, witty banter.
We're witty banterers. That could be our new banner. Witty banterers.
Yeah, I was
That'd be a
just-
good name for a band. Witty banter.
No, Gene Simmons is not a nice guy. I always say Gene Simmons guaranteed is friends with Donald Trump. Guaranteed.
I don't think so.
I don't know. It just seems like it.
No, I mean, they're both egotistical clowns, but which is probably why they're not friends. You tend not to get along with people who are like you, so. And they're both giant blowhards, so.
That I don't really like that theory. Because that means you played a game.
That's what I was doing before I hopped up here.
The banter is so witty. Clay's like, screw these guys. I'm going to play World of War.
Well, no, I've been testing doing some game streams.
Oh, cool!
And
my
it
kid
looks
may
like I
watch you
can do
now.
it.
You'll get the big numbers for sure if you start game streaming.
So not a
I don't know
gamer.
about
I
that.
watched somebody, Ashinator, I think, doing some of the game stuff, and I went, I don't get it.
I have a lot of friends that are game streamers. Some of them, most of them, 99% of them are 2 or 3 people in chat. But I do have a friend, Granddaddy Gamer, that has about 45,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, I see the ones my kids watch, and they're a little bit over the top. The hosts. They ride that line of being kid friendly, but very annoying to parents.
Well, this one's pretty popular with the kids. It's a zombie survival game. So you basically kill zombies and blow their heads off with shotguns and
That
What's the
makes it
name of the
better
game?
somehow.
fight hookers and shit like that.
What's the name of the game?
7 Days to Die.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've played it. I don't like total open world games. I like definitely a more I'd rather play a game that's like a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know what even we have. I mean, I've got a PS3, and I haven't played it.
I got a PS3.
For 5 years or 8 years or something.
I have every PlayStation.
But Tiger Woods, man, I played that on there.
It figures you're a sports gamer.
Yeah, well, there was another was like a space one where you just went around an arena and had a rail gun and blew shit up. I like that one a lot too. But
I have not. I mean,
couldn't
the
tell the
last
name of
game
it.
I could say
I like Ken
played.
Griffey.
Okay. The last game I could say I played that I just really love was probably The Last of Us. That was a while ago.
I love that game. That's one of my all-time
Oh, it's
favorite games.
just amazing.
And The Last of Us 2, I played both of them.
Yeah,
and all the
was really good.
expansions.
So I definitely like big story games. What about on PlayStation? What the hell was it called? Drake. He was like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Uncharted.
Uncharted. Love that series.
Yeah, good series.
You know why? Because I don't like platformer games where you have to do things specifically, in order to advance. Like Uncharted, one button, you hit A and it did a whole shitload of things depending on where you were, So I like that.
Yeah, that was a good series too. I played all of them. Even the last one, Uncharted 4, was really good.
Did you play? I have. Usually, I only play like video games in the winter. I don't know why. The one that he's at, it's the two women. It's like their side story.
I just remember watching my kid playing Grand Theft Auto, and this is my youngest, and he's running over hookers and shooting up the place while whistling the theme to the Andy Griffin Show. And it's a weird kid.
Hey, GTA 5's still going strong. There's still millions of people that play that, and
Yeah.
it's seriously like 8 years old.
Yeah,
And
there was a lot to do in that game.
I have it, and now they're talking about coming out with GTA 6. But the thing with GTA 5 right now, the fun thing about GTA 5 is playing on PC, because you can get into servers that's role playing, and they take that shit seriously. Like if you go in there as a police officer, you're really a police officer in the game, and if you don't follow the role, they'll kick you out of the server. It's yeah. So they take that shit seriously over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could defend that though. You know, you could definitely put up an argument that what you're doing is exactly what police do. You know, I violated you with a baton. What do you mean I'm not being a cop?
Yeah, there's been things, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's not
anywho.
my type. It's not my type of game though.
Yeah.
I'm very particular with my games. There was a do you remember Clay on Xbox? Alan Wake. Remember that game?
Not off the top.
It's like a spooky kind of ghost story. You were a reporter. You seldom needed a gun, but it was usually like you were taking pictures of things and stuff. And it was a pretty neat game.
Yeah. Fellas never had Xbox, so.
I
Well-
did. Well, my son was an Xbox player, so I had an Xbox all the way up to when PlayStation 3 came out. He switched from Xbox to PlayStation, so I had to buy a PlayStation 3. And then I just been playing PlayStation ever since. But I've always usually had PlayStation consoles anyway. But I usually just bought whatever the kid was playing. That's what I played.
Yeah.
And we played a lot.
I think
of
I've
Halo
had 'em
back
all.
in the day. A lot of Halo. He killed me a lot of times in Halo.
I never loved Halo because I don't like killing aliens. I want to kill people.
Well,
I don't get the same satisfaction killing an alien. I want to shoot some motherfucker in the head.
Now,
That's how I relieve stress.
I like Call of Duty and stuff like that, games like that, but I'm just not that good at multiplayer.
Oh, I don't multiplay. No, I don't online play. No, it's because it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
I loved Call of Duty games when they were about World War II.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the last
I
time I,
have
played that.
no interest in the modern warfare games.
I bought all the Call of Duties, but I buy them all so I can play the campaigns
Okay, yeah.
or zombie mode. I don't really play multiplayer.
No, I don't multiplayer anything.
Yeah. I only
Hate
played
it.
Halo when I was, working with the junior high church kids, and of course they were all about it. So
Yeah.
they loved me because they could blow my ass up easily because I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh
My
shit!
little
my
guy-
son hand me my ass. On
Now, my
Halo.
little guy is down here every morning, Fortnite, online.
Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite.
Loves it. 8 years old, man, but he's pretty damn good. And I hear him screaming down here. No, I can't believe it.
I suck at
Hysterical.
Fortnite.
No, me too. He's like, he came up crying one day. Dad, I was right at the end and someone shot me from the bushes. Like, they're not allowed. What's the term? There's a term like people who just hide out
Camping.
in one.
Camping, right? Even I know that.
No camping,
Yeah, camping has been around for a long time. Yeah.
But he was just like bawling. He was so close. It was like reaching out to get the gold cup, and
Well, some of them kids on that game are toxic too. So,
Yeah.
but that's with anything. I mean, that's just life in general, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a dream. I met Kiss once. We were all together in a small boat. Nothing in particular, just a boat on the water.
Okay.
For more dreaming for me tonight. All right, Maria. I'm a guy, so I take that level out of a completely different way. But I had never dreamed about Kiss. I have not. I like
I
Kiss, though.
did dream that I was playing a big rock show with, somebody here, and we were adjusting amps and all that kind of stuff, and it was very vivid.
I never really had dreams about music. Although when I quit doing meth, I had fucking nightmares for months. I had nightmares for months, and what's crazy was, it's funny I play zombie games now, but what my nightmares would be was I'd have all these zombies chase me, and instead of saying brains, they were saying meth, and I'd have them nightmares for months, man.
Crazy. Maria, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
I'm glad I don't deal with that shit anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Dreams are funny in that I haven't played organized football since, I don't know, 4 or 5 years out of college. I played in a flag league, but I will still occasionally dream about being in the huddle and getting a play called in and running the play and all that, in a full game, and it's just so vivid and everything. And like I said, I haven't done that in 35 years, but it's funny how the mind works.
It's my brother's fault, my older brother's fault I'm into video games, because when I was young and they were teenagers and they'd go on dates, of course my mom would make them take me with them. So we'd go to the bowling alley most of the time, and they would
give you a bunch of quarters.
and
Get
prop
away.
me up in front of the video game and be like, yeah, we'll be back in a little while. If I ran out of quarters, I'd just go find them. They'd give me another handful of quarters, and I'd be
There you go.
back on the pinball machine.
Yeah, old school pinball machines were awesome. Those
Oh
those
yeah,
were cool.
yeah.
Those are
Classic
still cool.
pinball machine, like
The best.
what is the one with the red guy? Robar is what the hell is the?
I know exactly
I can't
which one.
remember it.
Yeah,
Start
what
with
the
a
hell was that
G. Is it a G?
Yeah, so I can picture the pinball machine.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It
And
had
the voice, yeah.
Yeah, Robar. It was very uncomplicated. Yeah, the classic pinball. If I could have anything, I would want like an old pinball machine, like
Yeah,
Star
that would
Trek:
be
The Next
cool.
Generation.
Hey,
I know,
Kiss had it cool. Literally,
Yeah.
I mean, Kiss
Kiss
had
had
branded a lot of shitty stuff, but their pinball machine was great.
Yeah, they had their pinball machines.
I'd rather have the Star Trek one, not the Next Generation one.
Okay.
But I've priced it. It's a little expensive, and I don't think I really have the room. Flying and jumping over. I very rarely dream. I had 2 ones I remember. One was very significant. I had a dream where I was being attacked. Not by a zombie. Actually, what the characters more resembled were the people from what in the hell is that movie? It was like a Rob Zombie directed movie.
Hellraiser?
No, that's
Yeah, like
I'm trying to
You
think
know,
what
it
he
was
directed.
what's
like-
their name? Like the family. I can't remember.
yeah.
that family
There was
name.
3 of them, like
Yeah, I
2
don't
brothers and
remember
a
the name.
sister. I can't remember it, but it was like them, and it was them outside my house, and I killed them with a guitar, right?
Fuck it, that's metal as fuck.
And an acoustic guitar. That's
Well,
not
yeah.
so metal. That's folk
No,
as
actually,
fuck.
it's almost more metal because you really
Yeah.
got to work. A solid
So-
body can take somebody out, but
Despite that, so maybe a month later, I had to go get guitar strings. I was in Sam Ash on Long Island, and I'm at the counter, and I look up, and I was like, Martin D15, the exact guitar from the stream, the tattoo on my arm. That was the guitar that I killed these people with in my dream. And I saw, and I was like, I bought the guitar on spot, and then decided I was going to get divorced. That it all wrapped itself together.
crazy.
It was like all these things came in, and then I knew what everything meant. And I was like, I'm getting this guitar, and I'm getting out. And that's
There
what
you
I
go. There's a story. And
Yeah.
we learned something. I mean, I've known Dom for a couple of years now. I didn't know he had a tattoo of a marten on his, so I learned that just right now.
It's 2:30 in the morning. I got the tattoo. Some drunk guy's house in Crawford, Tennessee. In his kitchen.
Sounds like meth should have been involved in that somewhere.
I'm not saying it wasn't, Chris. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Okay, fair enough. Drugs are bad, kids.
No, I never
Although
did
at
that.
least that's a good guitar tattoo. I see, because I'm a Hot Springs guy, and Hot Springs, all body types. No, who cares? But I see the worst
Charlie.
fucking tattoos. I mean, I just look and go, what were they thinking when they got that tattoo? And 20 years ago, that tattoo was still ugly, and it don't look better now.
Well, that's always been my thing with tattoos. Like, you better not get a tattoo unless you can own it for the rest of your life. So,
Yes.
to me, a tattoo, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be that way, but to me, a tattoo is like something significant, So, from as soon as I went through and I knew I wanted that tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
Like life
Well,
events. That's what I would get a tattoo for. Would be like a life event,
Yeah, and that's what this guitar reminds me of, my old life and wanting a new life.
Yeah. Well, tattoos should be significant, and they should be well done by a really good artist.
I don't know how
Yeah.
well done they have to be.
Well, yeah. You look at some of the guys like in the 50s, in World War II, and their tattoos. They were all done just by friends,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, not amazing.
This was just done like freehand. On his phone, he brought up a picture of the guitar. And he was wasted, man. We were all really wasted.
Hey, Zach
Really
Thong,
wasted.
how are you?
Hey, Zach, how you doing, pal?
Zach, bringing
What up,
down
Zach?
the median age of the show a little bit. Thank you for that.
That's why I like Madden. I'm a coach.
Okay.
Charlie, come
Are
on.
you a football coach?
He's a video game coach. That's the way I read it.
Well, maybe so. There's such a thing.
Or maybe he became a professional coach. Oh, isn't there some movie coming out about some kid who won a contest playing video games and he actually became a race car driver? I saw this promo at some movie with my kids. So basically, like Grand Tsunami, those racing games, they
Yeah.
sponsored
Oh,
this contest.
Interesting.
And they were like, kind of saying that the driving mechanics in a video game are so on point with like an actual car that the guy just went pro from playing
Interesting.
video games.
if you guys ever heard
Like Last
that,
Starfighter for real.
I know that there's that movie Twisted Metal is coming out. If you ever played that game, I think that was on.
I'm familiar with the
Nintendo.
game, but I never played it. This is Clay's fighting a biggin here. It's a tough zombie.
Brad is backing my story up.
Okay, interesting. Would think, all right. Well, it can't be the Indy 500 in Toronto, Zach. It's got to be the Toronto 500, doesn't it? Because you can only have the Indianapolis 500 in Indianapolis, I think.
True that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I had a little interest in that when you had Mario Andretti and some of those old school guys doing it, but yeah, at Formula One, I have no idea anymore. Same thing.
It would be.
was in drag racing for a little while. I was interested in that, but
How long does a 500 lap race take?
Well, it depends on how many crashes they have and how many yellow flags. I mean, it could be 3 hours, it could be 6 hours. I mean, it really depends.
Right? Is it like a baseball game where it could be like you could be there potentially 12 hours?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I remember when I was a baseball fan, I was a Mets fan, and we were at a game, and it was like in the 7th inning, the game was tied, and we had to go somewhere, and I was like, all right, we just have to go. And we drove through traffic back on Long Island, so it was probably like a 2-hour drive. And like 5 minutes before we pulled into our driveway, the Mets, in usual fashion, lost. And I was like, oh, thank God.
You didn't
like,
stay
we
for
didn't
that,
stay
yeah.
for that,
Yeah.
It went like the game was like 14 innings. It was ridiculous. Just end this shit, man. Do it like they do in hockey. 1-1. Each get a point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. That's, and I know I told this story a couple weeks ago, but that's why I much preferred when I was an umpire.
Oh, yeah, you
doing
was right.
softball.
Softball, right.
Because I had a time limit, and when the time limit was up, we're done. Rather the baseball could go on forever.
Right.
And like, I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. I want to go home and get a beer.
Char, want to come up, hang out with us? Do a little chatting? You don't have to play. You take a night off. But if anybody wants to come hang out,
Yeah, just put you on the panel.
more than welcome.
Broaden the discussion.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of it, race car driving, horse racing, and golf are like, it takes up so much money and so much real estate.
Yeah.
Just give it up. That's how I feel about it.
I know you corrected yourself, but I would watch E1 Formula Cats racing in Canada. I would watch that. See, sometimes typos are great.
I would rather watch Formula One racing than NASCAR. I mean, at least with Formula One, especially if they're doing.
Sucks.
I wouldn't go pay to watch a NASCAR race, but I would go pay to watch cars racing through my city, down the city streets. I think that would be
Like Le Mans?
Yeah, like Le Mans.
Well, yeah,
that
they
would
have
be
the
pretty
Grand
cool.
Prix. Denver had a Grand Prix for a couple years, and it wasn't a moneymaker, and yeah.
But I mean, it is probably the most popular thing in the United States is car racing. I mean, it's huge.
Oh, it's big, yeah.
Not where I am, but
Yeah.
everywhere else, it's like huge.
Definitely bigger in the Midwest and the
Yeah.
South.
Well, yeah.
Not
I mean,
really-
that's stock
They-
cars started in the South.
Yeah, they shut down our last stock car track they had here.
Well, I grew up in Islip, Long Island, which you can look it up, the home of the Demolition Derby. So we had these woods. There was our house. You walked to the end of the block. There was this long, it was really cool woods, nice woods. Man, I missed the woods. And then you come out the other side, there's the speedway, and me and, I don't know, 8 of our friends, we'd all get together, surround the fence, and all attack it at the same time, knowing one of us was going to get the shit beat out of us. But the others had a chance.
See, a little excitement, right on.
Maybe twice I got caught. And then, back in the days, no, they didn't call the police. They pummeled you.
I seen Kiss and Wasp for free because 6 of us ran through the gate.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember being a teenager, and on a Friday or a Saturday night, we'd all be cruising our bikes at 10 o'clock at night, and just be like, hey, let's go see what movies are playing at the drive-in. Go see what movies are playing at the drive-in, throw our bikes over the fence, walk up and sit down on the pavement and Back when you didn't need a radio to watch a drive-in movie.
Back in the
Right,
old,
right.
yeah, did it too. Now, Demolition Derby, my old man would take us to see that.
I will be
That's
right
a
back.
hoot. I love Demolition Derby. That's fun to watch.
Yeah, them are fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't
Especially
know
like
if
the
anybody even
train
does it
cars,
anymore. Yeah.
where they have like 3 cars all attached to each other. Them are a lot
Yeah,
of
and
fun.
they're doing the figure 8, and they have to. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm not. I watch shows about building race cars. I find that fascinating. The actual racing, I could care less.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah, I like the mechanics.
I'm not a big sports fan watcher as much as, I mean, like, I like to play softball. You know, I'll
Yeah, that's it.
shoot some basketballs towards the hoops. I'm not a big basketball player. I mean, I played sports as a kid, but
Sure.
it just doesn't interest me anymore. To watch, anyway. I mean,
Yeah. I have just a few things that I like to watch. Basically professional hockey, and short of that, I don't much care about sports. Again, it was fun to play, loved it. But, hey, KVK, what's going on, man? Where have you been hiding?
What up, Clayton?
He's our boy. I'm getting that pinging you're hearing. I'm getting weather alerts on a hurricane, and I don't know why, because I'm not really worried about a hurricane hitting Denver, Colorado. So I'm not sure what that is all about, but yeah. Anywho, so Dom is off probably having a smoke because he can't go too long without his nicotine habit. I am.
Neither can I. That's,
Yeah,
that's
you
my
know.
last vice.
Yeah,
That's the last one I'm holding on to.
yeah, I understand. It's vices. We all have them. I had been threatening, and I got to do it, of filming, little segments for the show. I'm doing some cooking tips because that's my one vice. I love cooking and eating, and I thought I could do a little training and teach people how to do, béarnaise sauce or some of the fun things. But I've just been too lazy.
Do shorts, cooking shorts, man? Them things get tons of views.
Yeah, I probably should. Again, I'm just too lazy. I think about it. It's like, oh, I should have set up the camera and done that, but I've already cooked it and it's done. And someday I'll get more disciplined and actually do it.
Did a test yesterday, and I uploaded 4 shorts at the same time.
Yeah.
Let me go over. So out of the 4, one of them got 2.3K views, one got 1K view, one got 775 views, and the other one got 138 views.
Yeah, the whole shorts thing,
What's up, Clayton?
I don't get it, man. I mean, people are doing it, and I click on them. So, I mean, I have not gotten any kind of discipline to actually do something.
I will watch shorts from people in my circle,
Yeah,
but
that's
in
exactly.
general, I hate them, and I hate what they represent. So
Yeah. Well, again, it's just that dumbing down. Most people have the attention span of a gerbil already, and apparently they're trying to get it down to goldfish. Not a fan of that.
Clayton Von Kluge, just so you know that you can come up onto StreamYard just by using your phone, my friend.
You can phone, and
You
it
can-
will work.
You can
so
come
no
up
more
using,
excuses, Clayton.
You can come up using your phone and a pair of headphones.
Yeah,
If you don't come up tonight, you will be banned.
That's what I use. I just use these regular headphones to hear StreamYard. Most phones are Wi-Fi or Bluetooth now.
Bluetooth, yeah, so that's easy.
Talking about numbers, I was actually surprised. So when I did the show with Jade, when
I bet
Jade
you do,
came out
Lloyd.
my short, I was obviously knew that would be my most watched live stream, right? Which it was. It probably, like, the first one was the biggest, and obviously it'd stay bigger because, but then, you know, the one I did with Jade quickly passed it, but the one we did last week, that surpassed Jade's.
Interesting.
Yeah. When it was just an open mic. So I wonder if having open mic in the name gets more attention.
Maybe so.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Well, and the show was cool, and you know, like you talked about, you might consider doing that once a month.
I am going to do it once a month, but I'm gonna obviously. That was more like a bailout. You guys actually more bailed me out. I was like, I don't think I could play for 2 hours.
No.
But I think I'm going to do like an invite list beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To try to get people to come, because it was fun. You know, I like hanging out.
Yeah, I like. What's the one thing I've really been loving about the block parties is just
Right.
having a full panel of 9, 10 people there and just everybody talking and having fun and enjoying everybody's company.
Right.
You know,
100%.
that's a big part of the fun.
Oh, that is. I mean, that's why we're all here. That is the most fun. Yeah.
And everybody says, well, I don't know if I can stay the full 6 hours. And then after the show's over, man, 6 hours goes by fast.
Really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good to see that fine
What's up,
lad.
Huge?
Hugh Codwell.
Huge. Are you laying in bed? What time is it?
He's
That's
a
a
fine
weird question
Scotsman.
to ask a man. Are you laying in bed, Hugh? What are you wearing?
Yeah,
Hey, Hugh, what time is it? Are you laying in bed?
What the fuck?
What are you wearing?
Dom's wife is going out of town, and it's apparently
Going
it's
on
already
down
having
low.
effect. Don is already
Sending out
lonely.
the invites.
I was watching some stupid YouTube video by some stupid host, and the concept was funny. He was talking about the worst song on every Kiss album. So I was like, yeah, I'm down with that. And I was with him for a while. And then he got to Destroyer, and he said Flaming Youth. And it was like Flaming Youth was an anthem for me at a very specific period of time in my life. My parents think I'm crazy. Man, I used to just sing it with fucking tears and snot coming down my face because I was so pissed off. But anyway, what this guy was saying was like, and we all know flaming, even back in the 70s, was a big term for homosexuality. And I'm like, dude, man, like the song's nothing. I mean, I never in my life once thought, oh, he's talking about gay kids. And he was such like a homophobe in his presentation of the song. Like just the mere word made him say it was a bad song. I'm like, it's like one of the best songs on the album. It's like Great Expectations is a piece of garbage on Destroyer. So's Do You Love Me, and like every other song Gene Simmons wrote.
Yeah, he was not talented songwriter at that point.
No, he's never. I mean, none of them. I would never say anyone in Kiss is
Not great.
talented. They just had enough of everything, to make them famous.
Yeah, that's people.
Hey, Jade, what's going on?
People are weird. Good to see Jade. Let's see. So. Again, we're trying to do the time. Oh, well, I was telling you about the Aussie woman, and she clued me in that I can set different time zones on my phone, which I'm going to do, so I'll know what time it is in Australia and the UK and everything, so I don't have to friggin' guess and try and do the math in my head, which I'm pathetic at.
He's a total wanker, Clayton. Total wanker. He was a fairly decent bass player, though. He had some good licks.
He's got some licks, yeah. He didn't totally suck at that.
No, but
Yeah,
very
with
much
Gene
a
Simmons.
pick-
I don't know what's up with Gene Simmons tonight. He's come up twice, and he's not on anybody's popularity poll.
No.
I'm going to step away for just a minute.
All right,
Okay.
we'll still like you.
Yes.
Yeah, I missed the interview today. I have
I
been
have to watch
running
it
around like a
tomorrow morning.
crazy man trying to get some stuff done. So, and with the time change again, Jade's show comes on right when I leave to go grab my wife at work and everything. So I always miss the first part of it. And when we got back, we had stuff to do. So I will catch that replay as I'm in the
I
habit of
think
doing
the
now.
only three I mean, because they were planned when your show, your interview, Nega's interview,
Yeah.
and mine. Mine, I took the friggin' day off, and then your two, I'm like, since I knew about it, I planned, and I just went into work really late, and I stayed late because it's Jade show pretty much starts in that last hour. You're trying to wrap everything up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
me.
Again, the different time zones. Yeah. It's 2 hours earlier for me here. So, but Jade puts on a great show. And
Always great
again,
show.
I've said it a million times. Guess what? 1,000,001 times. Jade is the greatest interviewer ever. She is so skilled at it. And she always brings out the best in her guest. She digs out interesting things and people feel comfortable, and she's just a pro's pro. So there.
100%.
Yeah, 1,000,001. Catch me next week. I'll say it again. But yeah, it's fun to watch her work and do that.
Well, it's probably because, I mean, now having been interviewed by her, it's not even like an interview. She just generally likes to get to know people.
Yeah, it's a
So,
conversation. So,
yeah.
and it comes across that way. And so,
Like I said, that we were after my interview, right? It ended at 8. It was like 9:30. I'm like, oh, Jade, I have to go set up the link for me and Chris's show in 28 minutes. You know, we were talking like could have just done could have done a 4-hour show because we don't, and we were talking like a half hour before that even started. So,
yeah. Well, that's it.
especially when you get someone new to talk to,
Yeah.
that you're comfortable with already. I hadn't had many conversations with Jade up until that point, but I knew enough about her that I think we would get
Right.
along,
Well, and
you
I
know?
think that's part of it too, I don't know that I'd had any conversations other than saying hi in the chat and little things like that. But because her show, and I'd been watching it and everything, and so you have a sense of the person, and so you have a comfort level because you don't know them, but you still feel like you know them to an extent. And then once you get there, it's like, yeah, we've known each other forever and there's nothing we can't talk about. And that's very cool.
Yeah. Ever meet someone and you're like, oh, I'm not going to enjoy them? Ever had that happen? Like, oh yeah, this is not going to be a good matchup.
Rarely.
Oh, all the time for me.
I pride myself in that I feel like I can get along with most anybody, even if I don't happen to agree with them on any particular topic. But yeah, you do occasionally run into somebody that's like, yeah, man, we're just gassing a match. This is just, we're not compatible on a level, but that's fairly rare for me.
It's very often for me. Actually. Well, everyone always said about like when my father passed away. What everyone said was Danny would always tell the truth. My dad, like,
Yeah.
and it was very true, but my dad would be like, "You're acting like an idiot," and if someone was acting like an idiot, that's what my dad would tell them. So I kind of maybe take after my dad that way. I don't have a very good censor mechanism often.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Well, my wife's grandmother used to say something, and I mean, it's a great saying. She said you should always tell the truth, but the truth shouldn't always be told. And so, I certainly find myself in
Well,
life.
I've learned that.
Yeah, like I don't have to tell everybody what I think about everything.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a lot of things I just keep it to myself, and it's
Hey,
better.
chatters.
I keep it to myself and release it on Facebook, and then I'm not allowed to comment for another 29 days.
Yeah, but you can't say that anymore because you've been going so long.
Hey,
Well,
Chad
no,
Freeman, what's up, man?
I'm currently on a 30-day.
Oh, are you back
Are
in
you?
Facebook jail?
What'd
And
you
I
do
didn't
now?
I didn't even swear. I didn't even swear this time, and it was a fairly decent comment, but I
Yeah.
did call somebody fat and ugly.
Were they fat and ugly?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? The truth.
Truth hurts, you know?
Some people don't want to hear the truth.
Well, normally I don't attack people like that, but she attacked me first. So
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
Well,
of course I'm the one that gets banned for it. Oh well, I'm used to it. It doesn't affect me at all.
Well, you got a track record.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that does. After a while, yeah, you get. You got all those Facebook prison tats, and they just
Yeah.
take one look at you.
I got plenty of honey buns in Facebook, Joe.
Oh, he wasn't talking about you, Chad.
Yeah, it's just kind of going through the chats, and all of a sudden it's fired up. We got some people in, and Chad's excited to be off work. Yeah, I bet. So you like Amazon
Hope you had a
Prime
good week, Chad.
right? Reprimand
changed my
on
mind.
Discord.
I changed my mind, Chad, and I didn't order anything from Amazon, so you can blame Dom for the extra.
Oh, man,
I
I
didn't.
got a lot
I
of
didn't order
shit.
anything either. I thought about it, and I just didn't end up pulling the trigger. So
Oh,
can't blame
fucking
me.
wife did. We've had fucking packages coming for the last 2 days. Like every 2 hours. Clay, we got a package. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Zach.
But she did. She is buying me some stuff, too. Got this cool new charging cable. Nice fucking fancy one, a long-ass one.
Oh, look at
Jeez,
that.
Fuck, yeah.
Nice.
Nice one. Got the gold tip on it and shit.
Actually, know what I saw? I should have. I should have ordered it. The multi-tip charging cables.
Oh, yeah.
Just the tip.
Yes, Chris. Just
All right.
tip.
Sorry.
Because my kid has. Well, he's gonna have an iPhone soon. And
Yeah,
he
Jay,
has,
that's my problem. Voicing my opinion.
Well, that's the thing. On Facebook, I am so neutral. And again, had I known how that was going to develop, I would have had a professional Facebook page and then a personal one that. So all I do is just post jokes and stuff because. And even jokes are offensive to some people, depending on the joke. So I
Well-
don't post every joke, honestly.
I'm not going to lie. I troll some groups on Facebook.
Well, that might.
Well, occasionally.
If you go looking for trouble, you gonna find it. That's a truism.
I know. There's been a couple people like I know, and they have said things, and I've been like, no, and then I just stop following them
Yeah.
because it's going to happen at some point. Like I held it back that time, but eventually I'm going to go.
Yeah, I feel you, Hugh. I mean, it's a burden. I mean, being Fabio's double for all those years, chest model and hair model. Fabio is actually almost bald, but, they paint him up. And so, yeah, I get where you're coming from, man.
Well, if you're ever curious, Axiom, you can always take it over to Bobby Everything. They are brutally honest over
Yeah,
there.
they'll tell you that it sucks, and they'll tell you why it sucks, and then they'll hopefully help you get it less sucky. Not always. But anywho, Yeah, Facebook, social media is an interesting place. It started as one thing and it's become something very different.
I so rarely go on Facebook for anything anymore other than SWA.
Yeah, the music stuff. That's
I go buy headphones, microphones every day, and that getting this last band kind of really hurt because I was waiting to comment on a couple of posts in the headphones, microphones group,
yeah.
and now I can't. But it is what it is.
Yep,
Me and
I don't-
Facebook, we've had this rocky relationship for years. It all started when I ended my MySpace page.
Yeah, well, my wife has been, well, she was kicked off Twitter for,
All right, Chris, let's talk about this. Clayton, I need to bare my soul musically and post some of my iPhone jams in SWA.
yes,
You missed an early conversation
yes, you do.
there, Clayton, where I was telling Chris that there are like 6 new people asked to join SWA. I don't know. You never know. Usually half of them are like just group clickers.
Yeah,
So we have to weed that out. But you do know the standing rule that we got 20 people. And we ain't going more than 20 people. So 3 new people in means
somebody got to go.
somebody got to go. And if you're going to post some shit there, Clayton, I'd do it pretty soon.
That'd be a good time to do
We
it.
ain't
Remind
seen
us
your
you're
ass
still
in
in
a
the group.
long time, my friend. We love you.
Just saying. Those who have ears will hear.
You've been moved to the second list.
No, he's not, actually. We've already discussed the next round.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because I'm the hard ass. And I said to 3 people, both Chris and they are like, fuck them. Let's just get them all. Let's go.
Well, and again, it's not that I'm looking to just run anybody out, but our rules are clear and easy, and some people just don't want to follow simple things. And that's fine, but then you need to be somewhere else.
Look, I just realized that Pinky's ears almost perfectly line up with me.
Yeah.
Hey,
look at
Brain, what
that.
are we going to do today?
The same
thing
thing we
we
do
do every
every day.
Take over the
Move the
world.
world. I
Seems
love
like
that
we're
cartoon.
Getting some theme backgrounds going here. This is more my thing here.
Yep, I saw Jade banned for 3 years. My wife was off for over a year. Was it Bette Midler? I don't know. She called out some celebrity for being a hypocrite or something and got her thrown off, And it may.
Have you ever-
Oh no, what it was? She called the press whores. No lies detected, but that earned her a ban for, as she finally got back on, and she's been on and off Facebook a couple times. Anyway, some people, my wife's got opinions on things. She ain't
For me,
shy about sharing
Lord,
them.
For me,
Nice one,
there,
Charlie.
spike protein, it is now tomorrow. So the feeding begins all again. I will definitely kill this bag of Doritos. And then about 1, I'm going to finish watching Star Trek and I'm going to have a sandwich. And then I'm going to go to bed.
All right, it's good to have life plans.
Yeah. I got goals.
There we go. There's Charlie. Always good with a joke. I love that.
Boom, boom, psh.
Bum, bum. Yeah, Charlie's always got good jokes. Mm-hmm. Good, there's dad jokes, and then there's that Charlie level jokes, which are a little better, and still corny, but better corny. So yeah,
We were watching fireworks when we were in Pennsylvania last week, and I forget what my son was saying, but he was talking about, the fireworks in the sky and stuff like that. And first I was like, talking about being a typical boring father about why we shoot fireworks and what it represents and blah 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 blah. But then some like offhand comment like maybe this is what it will look like when aliens invade the planet. And my son looked at me, he was like, "Why'd you say that?" I'm like, it's a joke. It's like, that's not funny. Like I thought it was. So
Humor is, I guess, subjective. I mean, you just
he's
saw what
now
Jade
afraid
posted.
Dad just said we are going to be attacked by aliens, which we may well be.
Maybe. Yep. Well, I'm actually surprised, Jay, because the press has called Donald Trump everything but late for dinner. So, yeah, whatever. You're a public figure. People are going to take shots at you. You got to get over yourself. It's just how it is.
One stomp looper you got, is that the same one that Axe uses? Because he has his looper is a little one like that one that you got.
Yeah, this is a TC electronic ditto looper.
Yeah, because Axe was saying the one that he uses is just a little cheap $40 one off of Amazon. Maybe he said it might have been a little bit more.
Only thing I'm pretty annoyed with is it can't use a battery, and it didn't come with a power cable.
Oh yeah, my last looper pedal didn't come with one either. I had to pay for that separate.
Yeah, like it'd be good.
It came with a 9-volt battery, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it should come with either battery or it should specifically say, hey, bro, you got to get a power source.
You remember back in the day?
It should just come with a power source.
Wow.
Now, back in the day, they used to have that, like the plug that had the different settings so you could use it for different, like products. You know what I'm talking about? Like the adjustable power supply.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
Adjustable power supply.
Yeah, so like back when like Sony Walkmans and iPods and all them were popular, and you had the old round, power jacks, and they were all a bunch of different sizes. So
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch
I
of
know.
different powers.
Okay,
so,
Yeah, I remember
so on
those.
the little thing
And
you
you-
plugged into the wall, it had a little switch on it. You could switch from like 5 amps
Right.
to like 12 amps or whatever.
Yeah.
My friend blew
those
up my
people,
GT3 with that.
those people, and all these phone companies and tablet companies, like, yo, people, get together, pick one size, and just everybody use it because it's ridiculous. Like, there are so many different friggin' jacks. You need this kind
It's
for
crazy.
an Android. You need this kind for an iPhone. Just get it straight and everybody use the same damn one.
Yeah.
Why do we have to have so many friggin' cords?
Yeah, back in the 90s, I had a real nice Boss GT3 guitar pedal. Really nice one. And I'd lost the power cable to it, so I went and bought one of them adjustable ones so I'd have the right power to my fucking guitar rig. And my friend decided to plug it in
On
and then turn the switch on it, and it ended up blowing my whole pedal out.
Oh, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have like a little shelf of pedals that I still have left. Effect processor of a TC Hellion Vocal Live one. A Roland Black Box. A Crybaby.
I got rid of all of my singles, and now I just have this one, just the Headrush processor.
Yeah, I'm with you, Charlie. My pedals from back in the
All right, Charlie. Take it easy, Charlie.
Aren't we all, Chad?
I think he has a little book on the side. Okay, that worked.
He must be. Yeah, it's a good joke. I'll save this one. Yeah.
When I take it on tour.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. You bought all those pedals, man, all the Boss pedals. Remember all that back in the day? And even as a bass player, I had a bunch of them. And then I started getting rid of them, and then I got down to the only thing I ever used was a chorus pedal, and then I got rid of that. And it was like,
What's up there, JDL? Good to see you, pal.
done.
I got rid of all my stomp pedals and traded them in for that first GT3 pedal I had. It got me into guitar processing instead of stomp pedals, and
Yeah.
I just got it hooked to it. And then even after that GT3, the next one I had this tiny little Zoom, and it was about that big. It was about the biggest Sony Walkman, man. You'd stick it right on your guitar strap and run all your effects right through that. It was pretty cool.
I once it got to the guitar processes like the one I just held up, that's when I started to lose it because it became too time consuming
Yeah.
to figure that shit out, and I wouldn't play, and then you have to it
Yeah,
was
the
just
programming.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was stomp boxes were just easy. You turn this, you
Straightforward.
hit it, and did it. You wanted this with that, you hit those two, and now that these are changed, just like pretty much the way it is on the computer now. But somehow it's easier navigating effects processors on your computer than bending over
yeah, I think so.
and your guitar flying and hitting you in the head.
All of that. Although I will admit, the processing started and ended for me with Tom Schultz's Rockman. I loved
that was-
my Rockman.
I
oh
love the
my
Rockman.
God,
Rockman was
that
great.
thing was the best. And when mine finally died, I was heartbroken because it lasted long enough that I couldn't get a replacement. And yeah, I loved that thing. It was noisy. I did record with it a little bit, and it was a little noisy for recording. But man, just for playing, the sound of that thing was amazing.
No, I played with a friggin' punk band in Germany, and I used my Rockman, as a bypass into the speaker. So I was outputting through my guitar amp without using the guitar amp directly from the Rockman, and it sounded so cool. It was the Boston sound. That was the only sound.
Yeah,
But it sounded great.
yeah, amazing. Yeah, I love that thing. Wish those were still around. I guess that somebody had made a version of it, and I watched a video review of it, and the guy was like, it's good, but it's not. It just doesn't have the magic that the Rockman had.
Well, he's still Tom Schultz. He still makes effects, right?
I think he shut his company down. I don't think he's active in that anymore because he made two absolutely superior products and then a couple that people know about. But the Power Soak, for those guys who wanted to get that Marshall sound but not, kill their neighbors and field mice, 300 yards away, was an amazing product. And the Rockman. And then he made a compressor unit and some other things that, that he sold commercially. But
Okay.
I checked up on that, and I'm pretty sure, and feel free to correct me in the chat if anybody knows different, but I think he shut his Schultz Development Company down probably 10 years ago, maybe longer.
But that whether he did or didn't, like Boston would not be Boston if not for him.
No, he was Boston. Especially on that first album, he played everything.
Everything, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he had a
And he
little help
wrote
on
everything,
drums.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I think everyone's pretty much scripted. Obviously, he couldn't sing like the guy who sang. Did Chris? He kind of got out electronics. Okay.
All right. Yeah, if you find out, that would be great to know because I'm curious. He was one of those kind of guys, you listen to interviews with him, highly intelligent, obviously, but just a down-to-earth guy. And, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Tom Schultz. Unlike Gene Simmons.
I don't like Gene Simmons. He's a prick.
Yeah.
Remember that movie he was in, Runaway, with those like mechanical spiders? Like when Paul Stanley in the 80s
Oh,
was
God,
like
yeah.
releasing garbage, like, let's put the S in sex, because Gene Simmons just like disappeared from
Yeah, he
from
was off
Kiss.
playing villains in
Yeah,
movies and whatever, and
That was
Date and
right
Share.
after,
And,
like,
yeah.
they took the paint off and came out with the Animalize album. Which actually, there was a couple of pretty good songs on there. That I
Yeah,
liked.
that's kind of when he got reeled back in. I think Stanley called him and said, "Hey, asshole, are we a band or are you just going to be Mr. Hollywood?" And he said, "Oh, all right." And, kind of came back into the fold a little bit. Not that he was a great actor, by the way. Just,
No.
no, Wallpaper has more range than Gene Simmons, but
Yes. No, but they as much like, I make fun of them constantly, but I truly love Kiss. But they are one of the few bands that has completely different sets of audiences, because they were completely different bands. They was like line in the sand, we suck now. And millions of people love them. They were probably more popular in the time I hated them, like Lick It Up and Animalize, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like, all the 90s people loved them. They,
yeah.
Aerosmith did it really well.
Yeah,
Maneuvered
navigated that
into-
era.
Yeah, going into the MTV kind of world.
I just seen an interview with Eric Carr and what was it? Whatever the other fill-in guy was for Ace Frehley at the time. And they were talking about how jaded they were because they weren't even offered a seat into the Hall of Fame, even though they had toured with them
Yeah.
for decades,
Yeah.
for like 20 years.
Yeah, Tommy Thayer.
Tommy Thayer, yeah.
Yeah, although he and Simmons are still close, but yeah, they loved music, but not like people like us love music. It was always a business for them, and especially with Simmons, and they always approached it like a business. And if you got in the way of the business, out you went. Now, I won't defend Fraley or Peter Criss, because they were drug and drunk assholes, and they caused their own demise. But that's not to say that Paul and Gene were good guys.
Back to what you were saying about Thayer and the other guy. They were in Kiss, yes, for longer than Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. Pretending that they were Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. Fuck you. You don't get in the Hall of Fame. You didn't make the band. You replaced the band. So no, I don't think they should be in the Hall of Fame. They did nothing to make it famous. They just
They
kept
played.
it alive.
Well,
you know?
right now, to your point, the other guitar player whose name is blanking me, and then
They had so many guitar
what was
players.
the other drummer? But they had their own characters
Eric Carr.
at least.
Eric Carr was
they had their
phenomenal.
own characters at least. Because they had the Onyx. And then
And
the
now,
other guy
like
was the
someone
Fox.
else who didn't get in the Hall of Fame, probably the biggest songwriter in the band was what the hell, Vinnie Vincent.
Yeah.
Vinnie Vincent, in for 2 years, when Ace was out, he was playing guitar and writing songs. He wrote most of Creatures of the Night, which is one of their best friggin' albums.
Yes. Thank you. I couldn't think of Vinny's name.
And and he gets no credit for anything. And they have had a lot of guitar players.
I seen the Vinnie
Mark St.
Vincent
John.
Invasion way back in the day. Mm-hmm. It was they were actually pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well, he was a strong player, and again,
Yeah.
to Dom's point, a good songwriter.
Yeah, he wrote. Most of the Creatures of the Night he wrote. I mean, he played, I think, most of Dynasty. I mean, think of how bad it was. No, he didn't play on Dynasty. He played all of Creatures of the Night, but they like begged Ace Frehley, and they paid Ace Frehley to use his picture on the album cover. Just to keep,
Marketing,
so-
yeah.
yeah,
Marketing,
just
yeah.
all
Keep
marketing,
the
yeah.
fans, yeah.
But
Yeah.
to those two guys like Ace and Peter, I have, they should just shut up already, because they were allowed, they came back in the band, they immediately became rich again, and they started complaining about the same shit they were always complaining about. And, just shut up and get
Yeah.
paid to do what you want to do. Like they thought they would come in 20 years later and become equal partners again. I would I would say I was pretty much, screw them. They left.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And especially because of the length of time that they were out. It's like, they had a whole nother career with you guys gone.
Yeah, if you guys are coming back, we're going to need a new contract. Yeah.
Right.
You're going to have to renegotiate.
Yeah, they were like per diem players. You're right.
Yeah, true. Although, I mean, it's coming up in the chat, and Axiom's not wrong. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a fucking joke.
It's a joke.
It just is. God bless Dolly Parton for saying, "What are you doing? I'm not," and Dolly has written great songs. What a good and wonderful artist for decades. She's like, "I'm not rock and roll." What have you been
thank
doing?
you
But
very
she
much.
is now.
Right, yeah.
She's metal now. She just did a collaboration with
Yeah,
Rob
that's-
Halford.
Yeah.
And I love Rob Halford. I love him. I love Dolly Parton. That song sucks. Sucks. It's so bad. I was angry when I was like, I love you two guys. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
I was disappointed.
It's like when they did, the Andres Botticelli thing with like pop artists. It's like, just leave it alone. Dolly Parton and Rob Halford should not be singing together.
I think the country stars are kind of trying to follow in the footsteps of like Johnny Cash, because that's what he did. Before his passing, he started doing 9 Inch Nails.
Well, I don't think it's
Some,
them. I think it's
The
their
record
management and stuff that
we need some record sales. Let's try this metal
Exactly,
genre
yeah.
out.
But I mean, it's for an aged, out of touch country star to team up with an aged, out of touch heavy metal star. At
Didn't
least
make a lot
go
of sense.
like, at least when Johnny Cash did it, he did it with like happening people.
Yeah.
God bless you, Chad Freeman, because I'll highlight the comment. Chad Freeman is a nice man, and he
really
likes everything. And I'm not as nice a man, and I don't like everything. And as much as I love both of those artists, and I loathe the song. And I know I went on a rant on Don's show. Tracy Chapman is her first 2 albums I just loved. I think she's a terrific songwriter, great artist, and some bro country clown, Luke somebody, covered Fast Cars. And I'm just listening to this when I was up at a restaurant bar in Idaho, and I'm getting Kay's like, "Oh, this is pissing you off, isn't it?" It's like, oh, it makes me so angry because he, twanged it up, and it just like, stop. Don't do it. If you want to make it your own, okay, but don't take a great song and F it up that way.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
some
just-
songs are not made to be recreated.
No.
I could not stand
No.
Tracy Chapman.
Well, see, again, we
Did not
don't,
like
we
it.
don't agree.
I liked a couple of her songs.
Yeah, no, she was coming from a different place, and I dug her vibe, and, it's just something that I hadn't heard heretofore.
And
Just
we're all,
when she came out on the scene, I was just a metalhead, and it was metal only. And if it wasn't fucking Megadeth, Slayer, or fucking DRI, or fucking somebody like that, then it was garbage.
I've
Wasn't
always
even
had
until-
pretty broad taste.
until didn't really.
There you go, Logan. I am
I
a
didn't.
modern day rock star.
I didn't really start appreciating other genres till I was in my 30s, you know. Then I
Yeah.
really started opening up to other genres of music.
These are really crunchy.
Indeed.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
You know what, X? I'm just going to put up your comment. No comment.
I don't know. I've heard a new one lately that's one of my favorites, the Dilligaff song.
The what song?
The Dilligaff song.
Dilligaff?
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Why do I know that?
Let me see if I can.
I've heard Dilligaff. Oh, that's a T-shirt. Like a vacation place T-shirt place, Dilligaff. Don't let everything.
No.
Thank you, Clayton. It's my damn show. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. If I don't eat, then we end the show. Take your pick. I could have picked a softer. I should have gotten pudding.
Normally
I have rice pudding upstairs.
I'd share it out, but I don't trust any of these channels.
Yeah, Dom is, he's trying to mute, but he keeps forgetting.
Yeah. Because I'm also drinking.
Yeah.
Not heavily,
There's
but-
that.
No, it's just a lot of work. The new theme song is "Piece of Shit" by Sega.
So here, I got the comments out of order. So Dilligaff. There you
Well,
go.
fuck, it
Do I look
doesn't-
like I give a shit?
I don't see no copyright on it. It's got 700,000 views, but just Google Dilligaff.
There you go.
But they're a T-shirt maker.
No, Dilligaff stands for.
Do I look
Does it
like I give a fuck?
Yeah, but I'm okay.
We got okay. In the chat, everybody send Dom a couple bucks so he can buy that shirt. So when he's eating Doritos and
No,
crunching in your microphone,
what I'm saying is, I've seen Dilligaff's T-shirt stores. It's a store chain as well.
okay.
And they sell all kinds of like mean-spirited T-shirts in vacation resort areas. You never heard of these things? No. I think that's where it comes from. I think the T-shirt maker was before.
Yeah, now I was in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And there was just T-shirts of bears smoking marijuana and things like that. I didn't see that. Dilligaff.
Seriously, there's.
Oh, yeah.
T-shirts with, I want a bear smoking marijuana T-shirt.
Oh, there was some funny ones. Yeah, there was. There was a really good one that they were out of it, and because I was going to buy it specifically to wear it on the show, and it was a bear anyway. I can't remember exactly what it said, but I laughed out loud, and Kay said, "Oh, you got to buy that shirt." Well, they didn't have it, so.
Okay, here we go.
And Bigfoot smoking meth. Tweak Squatch.
Yeah, no, they had a great Bigfoot one, and it was a picture of Bigfoot, and it just said, yeah, Bigfoot came into my camp, reached into my cooler, and stole my beer, and then said, no one's going to believe you.
I just bought a,
Liked it.
I thought it was a cute T-shirt at Walmart. It's a guy sitting like this, like a stick figure guy sitting like this, and it says, everything is fine. Everything is fine. And it's like he's sitting in fire. And he's like, everything is fine. Just like
Yeah.
that. I thought it was kind of funny.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Yep. Okay. Well, The first two were great for coming on our program. The third one, sorry, we're doing the best we can.
What's that? Huh? Oh, geez, it's Axe and Nachos here.
Talking about Bigfoot smoking meth.
Maybe he was the one that left the cocaine at the White House. He looks pretty wired
Possibly, yeah.
Well, isn't that interesting how they, FBI, after 10 days, decided to close the investigation? We couldn't find anybody.
They found out whose it was.
Yeah, there's no video in the White House, one of the most secure places on the planet. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
okay.
thought that was kind of funny.
They might
I thought
have
the
an
whole thing
idea.
was hysterical. I was telling Chris it made me respect government just a little bit.
I'm just going to put this here. I know this is a reference, but I don't know what it is. But Logan, we appreciate you being here. That's awesome.
Yeah, what the hell?
Uh,
This is the most obscure reference in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Cheddar.
I know it. I think it's from a movie, but that's all I can remember of it.
All right, explain your reference. The whole point of movie references is people get them immediately. He's like quoting Dr. Zhivago.
Is FBI an acronym? Yes, it may stand for feeding bullshit incessantly.
It wasn't the FBI, it was the Secret Service.
Yeah, I know. Who was in charge of White House security? Along with
That's an Allstate commercial? They don't have the President of the United States do it anymore? That's
the
that
whole
was
state
cool.
commercial.
He was in 24. What he's that black guy with the real deep voice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I just call him. He's the president of the United States. He was the first black president of the United States.
That's right. No, and that guy had some gravitas. I took that guy seriously.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
I'd follow that guy a lot more than any of the last 3 or 4 presidents, no question.
What's up, Lady Campion? What are you doing up so late? Right? Isn't it perfectly? It fits perfectly. She's pointing me. There, I did my little mouth. What are you reading, Clay?
I'm making
Be with
shit.
us.
See?
Be with us.
I'm making stuff. I'm playing with OBS.
You're working.
All right. Yeah, see? Well, you know what? Coming on our show and getting the kinks out is, yeah.
I was trying to find some funny backing things, but since I moved to this new computer, I don't think I got a lot of them older funny ones I have transferred yet.
Yeah.
Oh no, ladies, she can't sleep. We're very sorry. We'll bore you. Stick around. We'll have you pass
Yeah,
out.
we'll
No
have
time.
you past, yeah. You'll be snoring in no
We're
time.
like reading a tech manual. Matter of fact, I have one.
Yeah. People.
I don't know how you feel about doing it on screen. That's why I turned my screen off.
Doing what?
Depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're doing a tuber, no, we'd keep your screen off.
Well.
Tubing.
Oh, he's smoking. He's smoking the drugs.
My God. And hacking. This is the thing. I mean, here's a guy who lives more than a mile high above sea level, and I'm breathing in and out and everything, and these guys are hacking up a lung all the time.
You said
I
Steve
just
level.
don't like to, assume and just fucking pull it out and start going to town on someone's channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's, again, courteous as a guest, so that's...
Hey, go to town on this. Oh, like, what do we just meet you, Clay? Oh my God, Clay smokes pot.
Damn it, Bobby, he's smoking that marijuana. That boy's not right.
Pretty soon he'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, smooth.
It's Gateway.
Anyway.
That one hurt.
Yeah, that was a good one. But don't you feel so much better afterward? What's up, folk?
Well, when his eyes quit watering and he quits hacking, yeah, maybe.
Ooh, you could mute. You could do that. and who the hell
Says
is
the Mute
complaining?
King.
Who is complaining? Logan Sandman, is my crunching Doritos so bad now? You're right there, Clay.
Yeah, now see, you guys are doing that. You shamed me so bad about banging on my desk accidentally that I've been, keeping my hands from.
That's because you hold a lot of shame.
Oh, well, the other thing is I'm using a different mic. That's the other thing. So I can tap on the table and it's not vibrating that mic.
Oh, man, it used to be crazy.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. I didn't realize it
The
was.
worst is like when G-May isn't loving the show or isn't loving the panel, his leg.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
he gets Saint Vitus dance on his leg.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Now, I did put a piece of foam under my desk mic, so
Okay.
presumably transmitting less vibrations. Should I use it?
Crunchy Doritos. Would you want non-crunchy Doritos? That'd be terrible.
Yeah. Yes. Soggy Doritos.
I'm like, all I've been thinking about was like for the last 20 minutes, what am I going to eat when I leave? I'm starving, man.
Yeah.
I made
When did
something
you
easy
eat
tonight.
dinner?
Huh?
When did you eat dinner?
I had a sandwich around like 6.
Oh, okay.
My wife was going to make steak. I'm like, I'm packing to take the kids away. You're packing to go to Florida. Do we really need to have dinner?
Well, that's what I was going to grill steaks and everything. And, Kay and I were gardening, and she said, bro, I'm not feeling it. Just let's have a salad. And, of course, then I chefed it up. I made it a chef salad with turkey and ham and everything. But, yeah, we just had salad, and it was great. And I'm not hungry. Unlike Dorito Boy.
No, it's after midnight. I get hungry again. The day starts anew.
I see.
I made a bachelor meal for my wife.
You made a what?
Bachelor meal. I made macaroni and cheese and threw some hamburger and jalapenos in it.
Nice.
It was good.
Yeah, God, I used to love Kraft macaroni and cheese, but I can't eat that shit anymore.
No, I still eat my kids when like it's left over. I'm like, either me or my wife will be like eating and like
Yeah,
trying to hide.
just
Only the original box though, like
Yeah.
like the Velveeta one. Oh, it's
No, that's
disgusting.
nasty. Well, and just that's so overprocessed.
And the funny shapes.
yeah,
It's got to be the straight elbow macaroni.
yeah.
My
Old
wife
school.
will just make macaroni and have like macaroni with a little bit of butter and some seasoning. And she'll be like, "Do you want some?" I'm like, fuck no. Is there some sauce for it?
Now I'm not a big sauce lover. I like it's cacio de pepe we call it. It's just butter, cheese, and pepper.
Yeah, cacio de pepe. Yep, lovely.
Cacio de pepe.
Yeah, I think that's how my wife.
Or like a la loya, garlic and oil.
Yeah,
But see,
no,
that's
simple
because
sauce.
I'm more northern Italian. Tastes.
Yeah. With you, I like that stuff. But well, I made only once. I made a lobster mac and cheese. I used a Chef Duffy's recipe, and it was amazing. But there was 3 things wrong with it. Thing one was it was so friggin' rich. We all put on 20 pounds looking at it. Second, he was like, this must have been his restaurant recipe because it made so much. We were eating this shit for a week. And
something you wanna
third,
eat, right?
that lobster is a little expensive. So that I've never made it again because it was like, yep, you know what? Even if I half this recipe, it's still way the hell too much. So screw it. Not going to do it.
There
again.
is this restaurant by us called the St. Charles. It's like French food, and they do. I think it's a ribeye with a lobster like bechamel sauce you can order on top of it. Oh, it's so ridiculously good.
Lobster bechamel,
Yeah,
yes.
but there is like,
Nice.
the steak is the steak, then they throw this on it, and what they're putting on will kill you, 15 minutes after you leave, but it's so damn tasty.
Well, I love French food because, yeah, creamy and rich and, but man, you can't eat it very often.
No.
Well, and that's the thing. The French actually don't eat like that much of the time. They're pretty modest in that. But, when they go all out, they don't
No
fuck around.
cult-
They go all out.
Yeah, no culture eats the way it gets served in a restaurant. No one uses a half a stick of butter in food, like
Right.
in normal life.
Yeah.
I'm
Well-
sure the greatest restaurants in the world, when you go to their house, there's a big ugly green container of Smart Balance. Because butter's just bad for you, man. It's like,
Well, people say that, Americans are unhealthy, and it's because fucking eating healthy is expensive, man.
It is. And that's a problem. Cheap
well,
food
it
is
probably
just not
is
good
in
for
this
you.
country because they don't
Yeah.
want us to.
Right.
It probably isn't in other countries. When, like I was watching this thing and they were talking about fruit. And they were talking to like people in Europe about like strawberries. I'm like, well, in America, you can get strawberries every time, whenever you want. And like, well, in everywhere else in the world, you get them for these 2 months. And then what do you do? Well, then we eat something different,
We eat what's in season. Exactly. Well, and the other thing, again, generalities, but Americans have these ginormous refrigerators and freezers, and we stock it up with food. And many places overseas, man, they buy 1 or 2 days worth, and it's eaten fresh, and then that's it. And then they go to the market again, and so they don't buy all this stuff that rots in the back of the refrigerator and ends up getting thrown out.
Well, it's a
They
different
have tiny refrigerators.
different lifestyle too. I mean,
Yes.
the wife, goes down to the market every day and picks up fresh food that she needs, or whatnot, and then brings it back and cooks it. It's just definitely a different lifestyle than here in America. I mean, Christ, America is the only place you can get American bread. It's outlawed in every other country. You can't have American bread in any
horrible.
other country.
What the hell is American bread?
Oh, that American
White bread?
bread.
Like
oh,
White
yeah.
bread, Wonder
Yeah,
bread.
and
Wonder.
wheat
You can't get Wonder bread
and
in
the
any other
healthy
country.
wheat ain't any better. It's the same friggin' bread. They just leave the brand in. So yeah, no, you eat bread in France or Italy or something. It's totally different. It's amazing. But they don't throw a bunch of preservatives into it. If you don't eat that bread in a couple of days, it gets moldy and it ain't any good. Here,
Yeah,
well, like I had a hot dog bun. My
you want to
birthday
bake your
was-
own bread? Be my guest.
which I do occasionally. But like I had a hot dog bun today for lunch.
Just a bun?
Well, I used it to sop up the
You said
the
I had a
clam
hot dog bun
spaghetti.
for lunch.
Well, let me go backspace. I used it to soak up what was left of the juice of the clam spaghetti or Alfredo that I'd made. So anyway, but this bun was from my birthday, which was June 24th. Was it moldy or anything? No, just because it was full of preservatives. And I ate it, and then I felt like a dumbass for eating that shitty bread, but I did anyway. Because the sauce was good, and I wanted to sop up the sauce.
Was it a potato hot roll?
No,
I like
God,
the
it was.
potato ones.
Yeah, this was the shitty Walmart. I'm feeding my friends hot dogs on my birthday, and you get a shitty
Oh yeah,
bun.
they're getting a 99-cent bun, bro.
Exactly what it was. This was the leftover 99-cent bun from
And
Joe.
what is with these hot dog buns? Like now they do like they try to make it look like a loaf of bread that's kind of slit down the center to make it look fancy, but it always falls apart.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's irritating as hell. Hate that.
And my whole thing is, why don't they fucking put the equal quantity in both packages? Why do you get 6 hot dogs and 8 fucking buns?
Yeah, or 8 buns and 10 hot dogs. I mean, it's
Come
never the
on,
same.
man. Everybody's throwing 2 hot dog buns away every week. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Or
I'm with you.
if you're like me, you get really baked and there's nothing to munch on.
Yeah,
so you
I
have
would-
a hot dog bun, peanut butter and jelly hot dog.
Oh,
bun
yeah, all the
sandwich.
time. No, I mean, I do, but it's
You are correct,
it's-
not visible.
Yeah,
it really is annoying.
it is annoying.
It's not that complicated. Just
And I think
make it the same size.
Every single person that buys that's barbecuing, and when they go to the store and they buy their package of hot dogs, and they go buy hot dog buns, I bet everybody says the same thing. Why
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, but
why?
yet,
Why are you doing this?
yeah,
Now,
and
you
it doesn't
could-
change.
Start a business, add 2 more hot dogs to a package, and start selling hot dogs and a 2 extra hot dogs. I bet you that would sell. People would be like, oh shit, I'll start buying these because it's got the exact amount of hot dogs as the buns.
Yeah, no, what happens the first time you get it? Your kid drops a bun on the floor. And I'm like, God damn it! I
We're
need
back
an
to where we
extra
were.
bun. That's why they're there, probably.
Could be.
Oh, like, because my kids, forget it. He loves hot dogs, but God forbid the bun separates. He can't function. It was like, I needed, here, give him a new bun.
Kids are so funny. When my oldest he was a little guy, he was 4 or 5, and went to his grandmother's golf club, and we ate at the restaurant there. And this kid loves spaghetti, just loves spaghetti, still loves spaghetti.
That's Jim.
But they had spaghetti, and it had the wrong noodles. It didn't meet his specification. He just wouldn't eat it. He's like, nope, screw it. 5 years old, he's like sending it back.
Oh, yeah.
And cussing at the chef, like, what the hell are you doing? These are the wrong noodles.
What
These
kind
are
of
not
noodles
the
were
proper.
they?
Not spaghetti noodles to his thinking. I don't know what the hell they were. I don't
I
remember.
mean, it depends. What,
Yeah, how hard is it, right? Spaghetti noodles.
Standard spaghetti is number 8,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Then
I don't know.
You got the real. You have.
I
your
think it
real
was
thin
linguine.
angel
I
hair.
think it was linguine.
Now, see, linguine, depending on what you're having, there's a reason why you have linguine with clam sauce, because it absorbs it better.
Right.
It's very, you can't just, like, my wife will just throw in, because she's Irish, she'll throw in, like, oh, we got some elbows, some ziti, I'll just put them all together, and I'm like,
They don't cook at the same time. Again, I'm Irish, but I would never do that in a million years.
I would do it if I'm drunk. I would do it right now, but
I presumably am never going to be that drunk again because I wouldn't cook noodles like that.
I just say you could take spaghetti noodles and a spaghetti sauce and cook them, and then take a different type of noodle and the same sauce and cook them, and they taste different.
yes.
When my wife says she's gonna
And they're
make
made out of the
spaghetti-
same exact thing, but they do taste different.
But because of the size, the absorption
Because of the size,
is different.
it affects everything.
And yeah, that's why Italians have all these. Most Americans have no idea how many.
Like one of my
pastas
favorite is
Italians
called
have.
bucatini. It's like a club. You could beat someone with it before you cook it.
It's huge.
Or that what the hell is it called? The flat noodle. I can't even remember. I wish Laurie were here.
Is it flat? Flat's not the tag.
Tagliatelle, tagliatore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are really good.
those are good
But like
noodles.
bucatini, I really like.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
a tough
that's
one.
not easy
Hey,
to
what's
get
up there,
around here.
Steve from Munich?
Was ist
Hey,
los?
Steve.
We're talking food. Wie geht
Ah.
es Ihnen?
Wiener Schnitzel? Da?
There you go.
Yeah, now see, I know German stuff because my wife they're all of German descent.
Chris, you said Wiener Schnitzel. I know German, so you know.
Yeah,
you don't
no.
know. You don't know
No.
shit about German. You said
No, I
fucking
mean,
Wiener Schnitzel. I know
I know.
German.
No, I just meant that.
I am
know,
calling bullshit.
Fine. I just said my wife is a big German family. Now, I will say this. They're the kind of Germans that immigrated to this country and were on the farm and everything. We have the family cookbooks and everything. Ain't anything gourmet in there. They
No.
put the calories on you, and
Yeah.
you were full, but I've made a bunch of the recipes out of it, and every time we went, that's just okay. Now, authentic German food, there was once upon a time an amazing German restaurant here in Denver that we used to take her father to all the time, but the people aged out and they gave it to the son, and the son ran it out of business in less than 2 years. But it was really good. Heidelberg House.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good German delicacies.
Oh, I like the food a lot.
There are not many good restaurants left.
No. There are 2 great German restaurants in Springfield, Massachusetts.
I'm going.
The Student Prince, and then what is the other? It's named Heidelberg as well. But that one's I want to say it's the Heidelberg Inn. But, when I'd go there on business, Sprechen Sie Deutsch, yeah. And they had Stag.
I like most German foods. It's that, what's the potato called? Spätzle?
Yeah.
I don't like Spätzle. Spatzel.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I used to like German beer.
Love German beer.
Ramstein.
Hell, I used to like beer from Chile, from France, from Italy, Canada. From
I liked beer once upon a
America.
time. Not much of a beer drinker.
I don't care where it was from, to be honest with you.
But I will say, on a hot summer day, a Hefeweizen with just a little bit of lemon in it is pretty darn good.
I tried this beer I bought on a whim last weekend. It was a Hefeweizen with grapefruit juice. Oh my God, it was
Interesting.
so
and I can
friggin'
see
delicious, man.
The citrus with Hefeweizen is
It
amazing.
was so good.
I don't like grapefruit juice, but that's why I use lemon.
Yeah, it was
It's
really
much
good.
better than, like, say, a Mexican beer with a lemon or a lime in it, in my opinion. And then there was a beer, and you can't get it here in the U.S., but it was in Croatia, and it was it had some citrus to it. I couldn't even tell you. I can't describe it other than it was so refreshing. And we're walking around the walls of Dubrovnik there and, pounding these refreshing beers and, getting happy because it was a good day on planet Earth.
Croatia, hey?
Yep.
When'd you go there?
My son took us there as a thank you for me rebuilding his house. And that was in 2018. We went.
You rebuilt his house?
Yeah, he bought a house and it was a quick flip and they cut a lot of corners. So I rebuilt both his showers and fixed a bunch of drywall, replumbed his kitchen sink, did the yard, just a whole bunch of stuff. And he made a hell of a profit when he sold us. And his thank you, he took us overseas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Nice boy. Such a nice son. That was the one that met us up in Bozeman.
Brought all the $70 bottle of
Yeah.
whiskey? All right.
Well, he's a financial manager and I think unless you have $5 million in liquid assets, he can't talk to you. So he does all right.
Cool. Hefeweizen from Wilderness. What's some about?
Hefeweizen, das ist gut.
I love Hefeweizen's my favorite beer. I'll be
Yeah.
back in a minute.
All right. Well, be fast because we should think about winding this show up.
We could do that too. You want to wind it down? Wanna wind it
Yeah,
over?
I think we have covered a lot of ground tonight, and absolutely nothing of any huge importance other than it's just great hanging out with everybody.
Yep.
That's the fun thing. Great chat tonight.
We will have something prepared one day.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna
Maybe
have to
next
stay
week.
tuned. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. I might
Good of you.
actually have the
Little
thread
birdie has
cooking
told me.
segment.
Oh, geez.
Maybe. All
All right.
right.
Well, I'm gonna hop down before you guys get ready to close this out. But
All right. Clay, it was great having you as always. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
joining
coming,
us
Clay.
tonight. Yeah.
I'll see you guys soon.
You'll see
Absolutely.
us tomorrow. Yeah, we will. Everybody remember Conspiracy Music Show tomorrow night. Hang out with him, 6 hours of music and chat. It's always a great show on Clay's channel. So if you have not, we know there are some newer people here. If you've not checked out Clay's show, you absolutely need to do that. And come hang out with us again tomorrow. I will be in the chat probably for the full 6 hours or pretty close to. I don't know what your plans are, Dom.
I'll be
Oh, you're with the fellas.
with the boys. I'll be with my boys. Probably watching scary movies.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Doing manly things. I have to think of
Manly man
manly
things.
Like,
Hell yeah.
we're gonna walk around with no shirts on and
Yes. I was remiss in not mentioning the co-host, Clay Freeman. Chad Freeman on
down.
Clay's show.
Calm down, Chad.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be there.
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm gonna be
I'm
there, guys.
here.
Come on, guys. It's my show too.
And he does a great job.
He's the best.
Again, he's nice and he likes everybody.
He's a
and
very nice
everybody
young
likes
man.
him. It's kind of annoying. I mean, make
Goodbye,
an enemy,
Zach.
would you?
Thanks for coming. Good night, Clayton. Thanks for coming, and Logan. And
It was great having
Steve,
everybody here. Not visible.
WEA.
You've been here pretty much the whole show.
The
Thanks
whole
for the
time,
hang.
and we have no idea. You are someone else, aren't you?
Yes, but
But that's all right. Thank you for coming. Make sure you're here next week.
being a Mick on it.
Huh?
I was just reading Not Visible's concept. It's time to close the show because all of a sudden I can't talk.
Yeah.
Comment.
You're reading his concepts.
Yeah,
I don't know people could do that.
and I'm not drinking, unlike
Yeah,
Dom. Maybe
yeah.
I should start. Maybe that would speak better.
All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. And now that we have 20 people, which is the most people that have been here,
Yeah, now we're leaving.
Now we're leaving. Chris,
Thanks
good
for
night,
coming. We'll see y'all next week.
Good night, everybody. Bye.